I was almost like getting to my desk. I was checking some shit out on my phone. Didn't realize what time it was. Almost forgot to grab my glass. That would have. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. That would have sucked. Anywho, it is Friday. Woot. I don't even know why I checked that. Oh, Friday, and this week has been exceptionally busy for me. We're not going to quite get into it just yet. Normally, I don't have people to show up until like, I don't know, 7 something. 15. 7:15, I think, is when we actually start the podcast part. And I really need to, I don't know, maybe upload some of these. Oh, yeah, see, as soon as I start talking, Shadow has to say hi. Shad. Okay, yeah, no, you can't have any of that. Sorry. You can try it, but I don't think you'll like it. Oh, but yeah, it's been an exciting week. Had a lot of awesomeness happen. Let me open up this window here. Yeah. Okay, that way I can give you some numbers. Haven't really sold a lot of books this week, but then again, I really haven't done a lot of marketing either. So we'll talk about that all here in a minute. Hey, Patrick, how's it going? Okay, getting out of that. Oh, I am doing great. Like, fucking awesome. A ton of stress all week trying to make sure that I get all the stuff done for the publishing. And I finally got it all done last night, but I'll talk about it here in a minute. We're waiting for everybody to show up before I start the podcast, but it was a pain in the ass. Yeah, the paperback part was like doing the ebook, simple as shit. Doing the paperback though, my god. Ow. Hey, Angela. You are. Don't you have anything better to do? Say, no, you're talking. I have to be in your lap when you're talking. Doesn't matter what I do. It's like if I stream games or stream on WriterSanctuary, she has to be in my lap as soon as she hears me talk. God, you are jealous shit, you know that? Almost as bad as your sister. Cloak. Now there's a jealous cat. Nobody, in fact, she's right there. Nobody can talk to me, whether I'm in my office or my room, without Cloak getting jealous, jumping in my lap, and curling up. Huh. Cats, she's fine with. Anybody else? Nah. She has to be involved. Last time I had a cat like that, it was, I was dating my first Michelle back in the 90s. I had a cat named Moo Cow. This is black and white, really skinny, scrawny, black and white cat. Hated Michelle. I should have took that as a warning, but I didn't. And anytime Michelle came over, if Michelle sat next to me, Moo Cow had to be in my lap. Moo Cow had to be in between us at all times. Cat did not like her at all. Thank you. She'll be back. Maybe not, as long as I don't make eye contact. But we'll see. But yeah, it's so doing. I know Mom is against self-publishing, but I am going the route of doing it on KDP. And I talked to her while I was there in Utah, and the reason why she is so anti self-publishing is because of what Tate did to my sister Angela, who's here. And I actually found a couple of articles about Tate Publishing and how this was back in 2018, how the authors could get their work back. So I don't know, since it's been so long, I don't know if you can benefit from that, Angela, but I did find an article about it, and I linked it. But that's not what I wanted to do. Reports. I am like stoked. Yeah. I wonder why the paperback sales aren't showing. It's showing all my ebook sales, but not the paperbacks. And I know I sold at least one to me. I don't know. And I know that somebody bought one. They even emailed me. So I don't know. why it's not showing the paperbacks. I don't know. I think it's really easy to use KDP, but I'm thinking this thing is buggy as shit. It's as bad as a Kindle Create. It is what it is. I'm still going to explore different avenues, though. I was looking up Barnes & Noble has a self-publishing section for the Nook. That's kind of like KDP's for the Kindle. So I'm going to be looking at Barnes & Noble, and there's like 2 others, too, that I was going to look at and see how that's all set up. Hey, Matt, how's it going? Yeah. So there's that. I don't know why. Ah, cool. Yeah, that relationship's not going anywhere. Anyway. You know, I don't know. I was going to bitch about online dating. I've got 5 minutes before we start the show. If you're going to, I don't know. I guess I like people who are conversive. Conversationalist. I haven't been running into too many of those. Oh. People have sent me Snapchats. I'm live, damn it. Oh. Screenshot, right? Whatever. Anyway, lots of, God, I was busy today, or busy this week. I didn't really get much blogging, though. Mostly because I spent most of my time setting up the book, plural. I got the ebook published last week, and then I did the paperback, and it took me 2 days to figure all the stuff out for the paperback. But that's mostly because I also have other work to do, like with Green Geeks and, what else did I do? Oh, I was trying to get some time in to do Despair this weekend, but that didn't pan out well. And is that all I did this week was the book? Son of a bitch, you think it is? Wow. No, I did some blogging. That's right. I wrote a couple blog posts for, did one for WriterSanctuary, 2 for michaelbrockbank.com, and then I pre-wrote, partially wrote 2 others for the stuff I'm doing right now. And so, like, one of them is I'm halfway through it, different ways to market your ebook. And then, what's the other one? I can't remember offhand what the other one is. I can look, though. Okay, that's the marketing. Oh, that's right. I did a post for Vocal that I need to publish. I forgot to do that today, too. So I guess I did more than just the book. I still had one hell of a productive week. Hey, Ron, how's it going? Oh, and then I started playing around with keyword tools for Kindle, and I'm like, I don't know if my book is going to do all that well, even if I paid for advertising, mostly because I'm a nobody, so it's not like anybody's looking for my book. So, I don't know, I'm still going to try it just because I want the content for the YouTube videos and the blog posts, but I'm not expecting this first book to do amazing. It was still fun to do, though. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed it a lot. It's quite addicting, actually. Like, after I published the first one, I was like all kinds of excited. That's all I wanted to do all day was write and publish more. Like, it's now that I got on the bookshelf on my author page on Amazon, I have the ebook and the paperback. So I'm like, now I need to put more on it because it only has the one book. And I didn't do a hardback because it's going to be like this thin. So I'm not too worried about it. Uh-oh. Patrick sent me a burger. This turkey burger has mashed potatoes, cranberries, and extra stuffing on it. Sweet potato fries. Holy shit. And at first I would have probably cringed at something like that, but after that slider that you made me on Thanksgiving with everything in it, is actually pretty good. So don't knock it till you try it, I guess. Spent the week promoting my book. Awesome. I did a little bit of that. I did some tweets. I did some blog posts. I made the landing page. I'm going to redo the landing page with Elementor. But, yeah, I really didn't do too much more than that. I was going to play around with the advertisement stuff. And, like, Amazon does have a marketing section where you can set a whole bunch of stuff up. So I'm going to play around with that next week. But, you know, I've made a few sales so far. Mostly to people I know. I got 2 5-star reviews. I don't know who they're from, but still. That's awesome. I really want... So we'll give it a few more minutes here. Wait. Stop. See, I told you she'd be back. What? God, you were so demanding. I hope I get positive return on my investment. That's always a bonus. I was looking at the, like, what is it called? Kindle Rocket? Or something like that. KDP Rocket? But it's a tool that you can buy to help you with keywords and phrases and advertising and shit. But I'm not sure if I have the money to dump into something like that yet. So remember, I want to try to do this as cheaply as possible to see what I can do. The next books, though, are much larger. It's the first one is Kingmaker. Hopefully, I'll have it done by February. That's going to be a big book. Oh, fantasy horror, yeah. And then after that, I'll be finishing 7. And 7, I'll probably try to sell to a house, but we'll see. I need to find an agent. Oh, anywho, I guess we can get started here in a minute. Yeah, that's pretty much been my week. Hey, get out of it. Been fun. Lots to go over. Publisher Rocket, $97 for lifetime access. See, and with Christmas around the corner, I don't have $100 I can dump into it. It might be something I can consider for next year, because I think that might actually make some good blog posts and videos for reviews, at least. Because we're going to do a lot more of those this year. I think we're going to find some writing tools, some editing tools, like I do Grammarly. I love Grammarly. I used Grammarly to edit a Freelancer's Tale. It did a really good job of finding a bunch of stuff that I glossed over. Like, I found that I used the words really and actually way too much. So, luckily, I was able to clean a lot of that out. And that was all thanks to the free version of Grammarly. Then Sam and I went through it. I read through it several times. And like I said, I don't know if anybody's watched the video, was it today's video? Or Wednesday's? Where right off the bat, I found it wasn't a misspelling, it was the wrong word. And I'm debating on running a contest for anybody who could tell me what that word was. But it was grammatically incorrect. I fixed it but I already sold like 8 copies of the book before I fixed it. I will invest in Publisher Rocket after Christmas. That sounds like a good idea. I think that's what I want to wind up doing. Probably at the beginning of next year. Because I'm also going to buy Scrivener, and there's like 3 or 4 other writing tools I came across that I'm kind of interested in trying. So we'll try all that after Christmas. Can you quit trying to bite me? She's a biter. Nibbler. Huh. It's like Hungry Hungry Hippo. God. Anyway. What? Okay. So we're going to get this show started, I guess. All right, so my whole week was filled with doing the book. Mostly, see, I did publish the book last week, the day before I left. I guess that'd be the day before Thanksgiving. Got it all up and going. Might have been 2 days before Thanksgiving, but anyway. So I spent this week doing a little bit of promotional stuff, mostly blogging about it. I did do some social media crap. I mentioned in a couple of videos, I got to figure out a good way to pimp out my book in the videos. I'm going to watch a few others and see how they're doing it. I don't like to copy other people, so I like to try to make it as unique as possible, but it's kind of hard to do on YouTube. But I spent a big, vast portion of my time this week working on the paperback. Now, I tell you what, the ebook is by far the easiest thing to do when it comes to KDP. Doing the paper book sucked ass. It was horrible on multiple levels, and from Kindle Create all the way to the publishing part for Amazon is glitchy as hell. It was it was a rough go. I had to resave my file for the paperback 4 separate times and upload it. Now the first 2 were my fault. I was trying to do some formatting tactics that I thought I needed to do in Kindle Create, but when you go to preview the paperback, it was all jacked up. So I had to go through and fix everything I just did and take out a bunch of blank spaces, because what you see in Kindle Create is not what your book is going to look like when you get it uploaded to Amazon. Especially when you change the sizes of it. So I did a 5x8 book because I just wanted a small one. It defaulted to 6x9, and 6x9 is actually a fairly good sized book, height and width wise. So I wanted just a small one because, 147 pages. It's not like War and Peace. It's just my story of how I got started. And so the first time, let's see, I had to go through and change the formatting of it. So the text I had in there before was 10 point, which is super small on paperback. Well, it's not super small, but it's pretty small. For me, it's kind of hard to read. That's why I can't read the books I have here, because my glasses are so bad. So I had to go through and change the font in Kindle Create to 12 point. And then I added 1.25 spacing in it, pixel spacing. And that kind of made the book longer, which is something I wanted to do, because the whole idea of me doing a paperback was so that I could put a book on my bookshelf with my name on the spine. At 10 point, the book was just too small. So there was no room to put the text. That's what Amazon told me. So I'm like, well, shit. So I went through and I increased the font size, made it a little bit bigger so there was a few more pages, and then I added an epilogue and an introduction to it, which put me over the cap to actually have a book with the spine so I could put my name on it, which is great. That's all I wanted. So I didn't fill it up with fluff and filler. I tried to add as much as I could that was relevant. And so I finally got that all figured out. It's going to be small. It's super thin, like I said. But I got the ISBN just fine, no problem. I mean, you click on it, Amazon hands you one for free right there. Or you can register your own. I think it's like $25 to register your own ISBN. But for this first book, I just wanted to do it through Kindle. And so I got the ISBN, one click, no problem. Then I had to upload the file. And that's what I was talking about, is that I had to re-upload it 4 times. I had to keep fixing shit. And the 4th one finally looked great. So I got that done. I had to wait for it to process all this information. Then came the cover part. Now the cover, I can't wait to do that video. So KDP wants you to upload an image that is 300 DPI at a maximum of 40 megs or ish in that area. And if you don't know, that is a fairly large picture. Unfortunately, Canva, which is what I use to do the ebook cover, won't let you do high resolution images for free. So, well, shit, the whole purpose of this was to see how far I could go for free. And I have Photoshop, but not everybody does, so I can't use Photoshop. in this experiment. So I had to use KDP's Cover Creator. And I tell you, that is the... Well, okay, so it's simple to use Cover Creator, but it is limited as hell. It doesn't have all the fonts. I couldn't move the text around. I mean, you're set with... When you start typing text on your cover, that is where they are. You can't move them around. You can change the font size. You can change the alignment so it looks different, but you cannot move the text anywhere else on the book cover. Now, KDP does have a lot of templates you can use. So if you don't like how one design looks, you can try a different one. And there's a big long list of them. But I like being able to have the control of being able to move text precisely where I want it. And that's something that Canva lets you do. So I'm like, all right, well, let's give this a try. Let's do Kindle. Let's do the, I think it's Cover Creator. I believe that's what it's called. So I'm like, all right, let's give this a shot. And that's when I kept telling me that the spine was too small or too, like the first one was like super wide, but the font was like massive on the book. I have no idea why it was so wide before. But one of the cool things about Cover Creator though is that it'll go off of the file you submitted and the number of pages that it's estimating that you're going to have in your book. And so when you design your cover, you can see it pretty much almost gives you a precise image of what you're going to be getting. So if you had a book with a ton of pages, then the spine would be much wider, and vice versa. So I finally got the book to the right size. I had to get the image that Sam took directly. Unfortunately, I couldn't use it because it was off her. So Sam has a Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, something like that. She paid extra for the camera. It's an amazing camera on it. And so the file that she gave or sent to me in Google Drive was like 300 and something megs. I was like, Jesus, that thing was huge. So I had to import it into Photoshop, make it a bit smaller so I could upload it. I did upload a viable picture finally for it. And then after playing around with the fonts a little bit, I don't like the subtitle is white instead of blue like I have it on the ebook. I didn't have access to the exact font for my name. I couldn't do the neon glow that I liked so much. So I was thinking, a way to get around that, I guess. Well, see, and still you wouldn't be able to do that. I was going to say, do it in Canva, import it into Photoshop, jack up the resolution to 300 dpi, save it and see what happens. But not everybody has Photoshop. And remember, I'm trying to do this all for free. So, yeah. So I get the front done, do the spine, and then comes the back. And Cover Creator will have little orange arrows or little exclamation points on every section of your cover that you need to fix. And you can't proceed until everything's done. So I got my image on the back, and I did my bio, and then I did my the teaser text, I guess, for the back. And Amazon will automatically put the barcode on the back and the ISBN number. So that's all done. So I get that saved. Everything is looking great. So I'm like, okay, cool. This was last night. It said that it was in review, just like the ebook. The ebook went from in review to publishing to live, and that whole process took 4 hours for the ebook. So I'm sitting there, I can't remember what I did. I did something else, and I came back to it, and then it said draft. Like, what the hell? So it moved from in review to draft, and I started freaking out. I'm like, oh, I just spent 5 hours working on this shit for it to go back into draft, and Amazon says that when they do that, they send you a reason why there's something you need to fix. So I'm like, there's no messages, no emails, no exclamation points, no nothing. I tried clicking on the button to continue editing. It refreshes the bookshelf page. I'm like, oh no. So I'm all like wigging out. So I take to Google and I start looking some shit up. Apparently that has been a bug in KDP for the past 3 years. That was the earliest I could find it, was 2018. Somebody on Reddit brought it up. So like, what the hell? It's been 3 years and they still haven't fixed it. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm going to give this a shot. I'm just going to ignore it for now. I'm going to go to bed, wake up, and see what happens. And woke up this morning. Sure enough, it was live. So yeah, it's a bug. And so I called them out on Twitter. Like, if you want people to have a better experience publishing Amazon KDP, maybe you should fix your buggy shit. Actually, I said that even Microsoft isn't this slow. I even called them out too. Not like anybody reads it, but it was funny to me. And so that it finally got published. So I'm like, cool. So first thing I wanted to do was buy my own copy. And I've never bought a print-on-demand product before online. And so I'm like, it's probably going to take like a week or two because it has to be printed and shipped and all that other stuff. So I buy my thing. Amazon tells me it's going to be here Monday. Like, it's only 3 days. And they're going to print out a book and ship it in 3 days? I don't know. Maybe they can. But 15 years ago, when I was working at the computer center, if anybody sent anything that fast, it was usually shit. It was poorly put together or it didn't work. So I'm like, makes me a little bit nervous. But, I'm going to see what happens. It's supposed to be here on Monday. I'm going to do an unboxing video of my first book. I bought the first copy. And so I'm a little nervous. I bought it at full price. That's because I'm able to buy author copies, is what it's called. And you can buy them at cost of print. Ow, god damn it, cat. That hurt. Anyway, so I bought 10 copies that I plan on doing autographs for people, for my Buy Me Coffee supporters. I'm fairly sure Sam wants one. I'm sending one to Mom and Angela. So I'm hoping I have enough, but if not, I'll have to buy more. But the author copies aren't that expensive, so you can buy quite a few of them at once. I don't know if there's anything different between them, so I'll find out. Those won't show up until like January 3rd, so it's like 3 weeks out. Like, you can print a book in 3 days, but it takes you 3 weeks to do 10? What if I sold a bunch of books one day? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it all out. But anyway, so Monday I should have my book, and I'm hoping it'll be here before the live show, because I'd love to show you guys. I'm hoping it doesn't look like shit. But, technology has advanced quite a bit in the past 15 years. I'm fairly sure they could probably print something out. Huh. But this whole experience has given me a ton of ideas for blog posts and videos. So I got one out today. I was going to do one this weekend. The biggest pain, though, was trying to get the formatting of the book just right. Because unfortunately, Kindle Create doesn't look anything like what you're going to publish. So you can do some things like add your table of contents and your prologue and your epilogues and whatnots, but in the text you can change the font size and the spacing, but that's about it. The rest of it's kind of hit or miss, really. It kind of looks a little bit like it, but it didn't. So that is probably my biggest gripe about it. It would be awesome if Kindle Create had a format where it would show you what it would look like as a paperback from various sizes. Unfortunately, the only thing Kindle Create does right now are mobile devices. And they did produce an update recently. And I don't know exactly what they fixed, but they said they fixed some bugs. Like, well, there's a lot there, so hopefully they fixed a lot of bugs. Hey, KDC, how's it going? So yeah, that's pretty much it. I spent the last couple of days doing what I can, getting it all polished up. That was the biggest part. Was every time I had to fix something that was in the book, I had to regenerate a new copy, and that doesn't take a long time for a 147-page book. So I had to regenerate and then re-upload, and having KDP scan the content is the longest part, because you really can't do much until it's done. And then once I finally got one that looked good. You can't preview the book until you have the cover done. So I had to do the cover. And so once I got the cover done, I was able to preview it. And it took like 45 minutes for the preview to generate the first time. The second time, it was like it popped up almost instantly. And I'm like, did you like save the newest version? So I looked through it and read through it, and yeah, the additions are in it. So I don't know why the first time took so long, and the second time was like almost instantly. But it wound up looking good, and I was able to freaking finish it and publish it. So I don't know. I guess we'll find out on Monday. But it was one hell of an experience. That is for sure. It was a pain in the ass. I did learn quite a bit about KDP though. And the next stage is promoting. But I'm going to be tackling that this week. But now that all of that hard work is done and all that, I can get back to a normal schedule-ish. As long as I remember I'm dedicating specific times to doing certain things, which I usually have a problem doing. But I'm pretty excited. I've got a printed book on the way on Monday. I'm going to put it on the shelf behind me next to Angela's and Mom's. I'm excited for it. I'm going to autograph it to myself. Because I'm a dork. And then I've got the 10 coming in, so I will have those at the beginning of the year. And then, yeah, I guess we'll go from there. But yeah, it was pretty exciting, really. I'm like super stoked, and like that's all I wanted to do all week was just work on writing more, getting more books up, working on Kingmaker. I want to get it finished and uploaded. It's addicting. I'm not even making like tons of money. It's just addicting to have the books up. So I'm excited. But I think next time especially with Kingmaker, I'm probably going to illustrate that one or have that one illustrated. I'm not going to worry about Kindle's cover creator, because it works. Cover creator isn't necessarily a bad tool. It's just really limited, and I would rather have far more control over my shit than that. Especially like with Canva. Canva you can do just about anything in, and so I even when they asked me to do a survey on my experience, I even told them that like, yeah, you'd be smart to take a few tips from Canva, because it is so much easier to control everything in Canva as opposed to the cover creator. And I mean, you don't want to completely rip them off, but shit, man, I would love to be able to move my text around. You can't do that in cover creator. I can do it in Photoshop, which I'm probably going to do next time. But one thing I do have to point out, that if anybody's interested in uploading your ebooks or manuscripts to KDP while using Kindle Create, so the Kindle Create file you use can be used for paperbacks. It doesn't say that on the upload site. On the upload page where you go to upload it, it says doc, docx, EPUBs, Mobies, and PDFs. Doesn't say anything about the KPF file, which is what Kindle Create creates. And so I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll give it a shot, because technically Kindle Create's supposed to do that. And it even has the print preview, which is very limited. It only shows you the alignment of your title and author name on pages if you want it, which I didn't. But they should add way more to it for publishing in paperback and hardcovers. I've got tons of ideas if they want to hit me up. But so you can upload those files for your paperback. It doesn't say that on Amazon's page, but you can. And that's not the only thing that Amazon is like slacking in. So I went through a couple of tutorials trying to figure some things out, especially with the paperback. And they say that in Kindle Create, there's supposed to be a print button on the top right publish. It's supposed to be a publish button for your paperback stuff. Like there isn't one for publish in Kindle Create. It's called Generate. So I commented on that. So, and there was a couple other parts too, like for, there was a file size issue on one of their pages as well. So it's almost like Amazon wrote this shit 3 years ago and then didn't bother to update it as they updated their software. And so it's confusing as hell in some places. So I don't know, maybe I should hit them up and like tell them, yo, fix this. If you want people to use your platform easier, make it easier to use. But, you know, that's KDP. I did play around with Barnes & Noble, and Barnes & Noble's site was jacked up 3 years ago. So I'm hoping their platform is fixed. It's like, I don't know what's wrong with these people. Major publishers are like, fuck it. I don't care. You can't do that. Well, I guess they can. It's their platform. But if they want people to promote it and use it more often, they should fix it. But anyway, that is my experience for this week. It's really fun. I enjoyed it. It was, like I said, pain in the ass in some parts, but for the most part, getting everything up, turned into a paperback. I haven't spent a single dime yet, except for the book that I bought myself and the 10 that are coming in. But as for creating the work and getting it published and all that, I didn't spend anything. So the print fees actually on the book, the paperback, are actually quite small. But when you add in the paperback fee plus the commission to Kindle, I think mine is set to 60% royalties, and that's after the print fee. So I only make like $3 a book, but the print fees are quite small. I was kind of impressed, if not for the massive cut that you have to pay Kindle, but still, or Amazon. But the whole idea, though, is that I can get my book turned into a paperback and published, and I don't need like thousands of dollars to do it. I did everything for free, and I hope it reads well. I mean, I read through it, Sam read through it, I stuck it through Grammarly three times, and Sam read it again. Well, she read most of it. I went through every single chapter with a fine-tooth comb before I finally published it. So I'm hoping everything comes out well. I hope it reads well in the long run. But yeah, I didn't spend anything, so pretty excited about all that. So I guess that's all the news I have for today. I'm addicted. I want to do some more. I'm half tempted to, well, I don't want to, like, I'm in the middle of writing Kingmaker, and I'm almost done with it. And I started thinking, I can do a sequel to A Freelancer's Tale and go deeper into how I became such a success on Textbroker and other content mills. And that one, like, I looked up on Amazon, there's a bunch of books about how people have succeeded on Textbroker, and like, well, I don't know, I guess I could write one. There was one from back in 2016. I was hoping to come up with something more unique than that, but yeah. I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm just improving it. So, let's see. That's where I'm at, and I'm hoping that it all works out well. I plan on publishing way more books next year, starting with Kingmaker. It's going to be Kingmaker 7, and then the other 2 books to Kingmaker. So I plan on having 4 published next year. I don't know. Maybe I can crank them out as fast as Stephen King. I'll have to see. Okay. Hello, everyone driving down now and listening. If it's from Sam. Nat says, I have the munchies, so I ordered a teriyaki bowl. That's my news. Nice. Oh, yeah. And I'm writing a horror short where I'm parodying my own story from another horror story. How meta. That's kind of cool. Oh, so yeah, that's I know Ron has a book published. Has anybody else tried self-publishing? Well, aside from Angela getting screwed by Tate. So far, I haven't had a bad experience. I can't really say that it was a bad experience. I spent 5 hours yesterday working on the shit. I think the worst part is having to finagle around Amazon's crap software. But aside from that, um, I got an author page up now. I've got both the ebook and the paperback published. And it was actually not too difficult of a process in the long run. Way easier than I thought it would be, minus the glitches. But aside from that, I'm pretty excited to see what the book looks like on Monday, though. Like, I'm worried it's going to come in, it's going to look like shit. The color's going to be bled, and we won't be able to read the words on the inside. I don't know. I should have more faith in technology, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Made some serious haunted house story. Awesome. Yeah, yeah, you told me about that. That's why I made the flip side of what would have happened if it was a goofy story. Cool. KDC says, I'm getting a new place. Awesome. I like mine. I plan on being here for quite a while. Oh, I just hope that one of these days I'll be able to afford a office. What? You've been bugging me all night. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sam says she bought one. Cool, thank you. It's not showing up. I think there's a huge delay on Amazon. I looked up a video on bad horror tropes and tried to use all of them in one story. Nice. Cool. So, yeah. See, that's the kind of fun stuff, is that when you feel like you're getting bored, try something new. It's like that one day where we were talking about writing an all-genre book, or taking... Oh, I still have to do the... I was going to do a reading on the worst book ever written. Maybe I'll work on that this weekend. I don't know. I got to get Despair going again. I didn't get Despair done mostly because I did spend a lot of time yesterday working on the paperback, which I felt was kind of more important. Really, I talk about the priority stuff, and for me, that was a priority. So, yeah, I didn't get Despair done, but I'm gonna schedule it in. I don't have any publishing things to do this week except for marketing, and I can dedicate 2-hour chunks of time to it like I did before, and so I can start getting back to a normal schedule starting Monday. Knock on wood. Let's see, I'm still waiting for that writer's book club. What do we call the club again? I don't know. We could, I was thinking about doing something like that on WriterSanctuary. I can install BuddyPress, and we can have our own social network on my website. Be like a Facebook ripoff without the douchebaggery. And the ads. Oh, yeah. That's actually not a bad idea. I might just do that. Howdy, Diana. I'm late, but I'm here. How's it going? You missed the show? It was a short one. I did a 20-minute thing on getting the book set up and published and all that. So, read and drink club. Oh, we could. Books and wine. Let's see. Words and wine. Words and whiskey and wine. Oh, there was W's in it, wasn't it? Wasn't it something like that? Or was that was a conversation I was having with somebody else? I can't remember. So, yeah. So, yeah, I know I sold at least 3 paperbacks. One to me, one to Sam, and I had a friend buy one, which is cool. Did I miss one of Michael's epic rants? No, I didn't do a rant. I was just doing the podcast part of the show, which I want to edit down to, I think it was like a 20-minute show about using using KDP to upload a book. So if anybody has any questions on that, that'd be great. Not that I'm an expert at it, but between Ron and I, we both have our books published on KDP. So, yes, it had 3 W's. Okay, see, I was right. What? Whiskey, wine, and... I swear it was whiskey and wine and something else. I can't remember. See, yeah. Maybe it was on the show. I don't remember. Everything's rolling into one big beating. Oh, it's been a stressful couple of months. Oh, yep. On a side note, I'm back on Facebook dating. Not that it matters. Yeah, it's like seeing pictures from a leper colony. That's really cool, Michael. I'll have to check it out later. Cool. Wine, wine and whiskey. See, I think it was close to that, but that still doesn't sound right. Whiskey. I swear it was whiskey, wine, and something else. Whiskey, wine, and writing. That might be it. Fuck, how come nobody wrote this down? No, we could do. Go back through all the past live shows. Rewatch them. Really? You're trying online dating again? I wouldn't say trying. More of just flipping through the dumpster fire that is Facebook. Not really. Kind of matched with somebody, we've been chatting, and she just doesn't seem that interested. That's okay. I just wasn't all that much interested either. It's like, that's almost like, whew, thank you. Go do something else. Because I don't want to ghost anybody. So I'm like, I'll let them ghost me. Like, I'm fine with that. I'm always the last one to leave a text. We'll be watching them for a while. Time to get some popcorn. We'll be watching them for a while. Did I miss it? We'll be watching them for a while. Time to get some pop. Oh, watching to see what it was. Probably. I do 2 a week. Except for last week. Last Friday, we didn't have to do the podcast because of family issues. And I felt it wasn't appropriate, so. I've given up on dating since that Claire Cognizant D-bag. I can see your future. No. Moving on. Oh. Pretty excited to get the next book done, though. I'm quite a ways into it. So I got to work on that. I would love to have it done. I would love to have done. So I redo the sentence just to make the same mistake. I would love to have it completely written by the end of the year, and then spend January editing. And then publish it Valentine's Day. A horror book on Valentine's Day. Yeah. Why not? I was supposed to have a date last night, but she got COVID. Oh, I was going to ask you how that went. I'm sorry. I was going to call you last night, and I'm like, she's on her date. I'll let her. I'll text her. That's sucky. I'm sorry. If he could really read minds, why didn't he see my rejection coming? Denial. She's okay though. She's vaccinated, so she said she just feels slightly lousy, but it's fine. See, that's the whole thing with it, with the vaccination, is that it's not 100% cure-all, but it will reduce the amount of damage that's done. It's like dressing yourself in asbestos. and then jumping into a house fire. You're still going to get burned, but not as bad. So, I know it's kind of a piss poor analogy, but it fits. So that's good, I guess. So I guess that date's going to be waiting. Sorry to hear that. That's kind of crappy. I was supposed to meet with my friends in Chicago, but one of them got COVID. Fucking everybody does. And I think that's going to be the new norm, is that we're just going to be treating COVID as like the flu. Without having everybody completely vaccinated and giving a shit. It's just going to keep cycling around. So, I don't know. I think I had it for 2 days. I had a headache. That was before getting vaccinated. But in my defense, I'm not affected by flus or corona type viruses. Never have been. I can't remember the last time I had a flu. No, I get shit that kills you. I get West Nile. There's a big difference between COVID, which has a less than 1% mortality rate now, as opposed to West Nile, which was 13%, and it didn't give a rat's ass how old you were. That was probably one of the worst experiences of my life, sick-wise. I don't remember most of that week. I had 104 temperature all week long. I was a mess. That was horrible. Horrible. Won't everyone get COVID eventually? Probably. Statistically, yeah. But the vaccination will give you a better chance of survival. Just a shitty state of affairs is all. See, I have a book idea that would take going back and rewatching old live shows. Well, you got to be more. That's big. I've done a lot of live shows. You have to be more specific. 2 a week. I only got the flu once when I was a child and never got the flu shot. Yeah, I don't get flu shots either. I had a dream that COVID was the new norm, but there was a new strain of COVID that was 10 times more deadly. Yeah, I'm thinking about writing a book too. Not calling it COVID, but an alien species wants to wipe out life on Earth because they want to take over the planet. And why attack a planet and risk destroying the very thing that you want to consume? Kills population. So they set up the virus and watch how humanity divides itself, just like we're doing now. And yeah, I've got it all kind of clockworked in my head, but I'm not sure if I want to write it though. It's kind of too on the nose, I think. So, sorry, I'm driving. Yeah, you should be driving and not typing on. I swear to God, if you're typing on your phone, I'm gonna kick you in the ass. Don't text and drive. That is one thing that drives me absolutely ape shit. I hate it when people get on their fucking phones when they're driving. You're controlling a car that weighs 2 goddamn tons of steel going at 80 miles an hour. You do not need the phone up to your goddamn ear. Zen. Anyway, that's a great story idea, Michael. I've done a few things like that before, where taking real life, and I could probably spin it to where it's not too on the nose. But I've always had the idea of not necessarily with virus, but an alien species. Like one thing that set me off from Stephen Hawking said that there'd be no aliens wouldn't attack us because aliens wouldn't eat us because they'd be more advanced than that. Like, yeah, but if you compare humanity against animals, we're more advanced than a deer, but we'll still kill them and eat them. So why wouldn't aliens hunt us for sport? So I've always had an idea of doing something like that. And if I was an alien species and I wanted to consume the natural resources, I would find a way to wipe out the inhabitants without firing a shot. So, 100% agree with you on this. Oh yeah, so cell phones and driving. It drives me nuts. We should record that rant and use it as a TV commercial. I can go back and clip it, and then we can throw it up on YouTube and pay for advertising. People tell me to shut up and that it doesn't matter. Yes, it freaking does. On what, the cell phone use? Fuck, ooh, yeah. I want to do a writing prompt notebook and use the prompts everyone is given. I am voice to texting with my Bluetooth. So that's one thing I wanted to play around with this year. On KDP, you can create notebooks. They're called low content or no content books, and there are people all over YouTube that show that they can make like $3,000-$4,000 a month selling notebooks. Essentially, if there's one thing that I love is notebooks, but doing a low content book and publishing it, just, I don't know, makes me feel like cheating. I feel so dirty. So I don't know if I could do that, but I probably will try it just for the content so I can make a video and a blog post about it. But writing prompts, that was something I was thinking about before, where WriterSanctuary can put out some writing prompts to help writers or new writers, where I would start off a story. I would write the first sentence of the story, leave a bunch of blankness so you can fill it out, and then I would write the ending. We'd call it before and after. So you would have to write the entire middle of the story to get the ending to happen. So I think that'd be kind of fun. I don't know. Well, there's a few ideas I was thinking about trying. I just don't want to do a line notebook. If I do, it's going to be branded with either Crossing Colorado, Colorado Plays, or WriterSanctuary's logos. Probably not WriterSanctuary because I haven't even come up with a decent logo for WriterSanctuary. I don't know what to do for it. So I just keep it with the pencil on the pad of paper. But like with Colorado Plays and Crossing Colorado, they're both integrated with the Colorado flag and then the letters on either side. But I don't know what to do with the WriterSanctuary. I was tempted to see if my dad would try designing something, but I don't know. And then I keep thinking I should replace the pad and paper, or the pad and pencil, with my picture like most other authors do on YouTube, but then I'm afraid it would confuse everybody. So I don't want to change it now. I am going to be getting I talked to Sam about this before. That's where I got the idea. Yeah, see, I was thinking about doing those. Talking to Sam about this a couple of days, was it yesterday morning? The morning before, where I need some better pictures, really. Her camera does great, but, all of my backgrounds, I got my bathroom door open. I forgot to close my bathroom door, but, it's dark in there. Can't see. It's a small bathroom. It's not nasty. No. But you can see my closet. I want something with a decent background where a professional, like, nature or a pond or something. Where the hell did you come from? Max got in my lap. I had no idea she was here. I'm all petting her. I'm like, I just realized Max got on my lap. This is my big girl. She's my alpha. You're another one. You have been on me all day. And she creaks her head. Then she'll meow at me. Sometimes she'll press up against me and give me hugs. Just like that, huh? Yeah. Big girl. Michael, how do you write so many blogs without feeling mentally drained? I'm a writer. I get asked that a lot, actually. Like one of my writers before he left, last year or the year before, was like blown away with how much I do. At that time, I was doing all 3 blogs every day. And then I was talking about starting Practically Living Green, and then the YouTube channel, and then the Twitch stream. And that's when I was doing all of it at once. And he's like, how the hell do you find time to do all that? I'm like, I'm good. I'm a badass at what I do. I've always been able to handle it. Like I said, when I was working with Text Broker, my target was 10,000 words a day. And so doing a 1,200 word blog post I can have that done before breakfast. And so, and that's including the research and links and images. So I've always been good at cranking stuff out, grabbing an idea and running with it. I rarely ever have writer's block of any kind. And if I do, it's mostly just like with Pride on 7. I have to rewrite Pride because I can't stand the way, I don't like how Pride came out, so I'm going to rewrite it for a fourth time. But that's the extent of it. I'm like, I'll come across things where I don't like them, and so I'll rewrite them. But I've never ever sat there and like, I don't know what to do, and like completely blocked and unproductive. I've always had, for the most part, I've always had a plan. So, but doing the blogs is more of, it is mentally draining. I'm not gonna lie. September kicked my ass, and that's when I did 3 blog posts a day. I did 90 blog posts in 30 days, and that was draining. That one kicked my ass. That was 120 some odd thousand words. That one cooked me. But it's not much to get back into it. But for the most part, before September, I did blogging mostly as it's therapeutic for me. It gives me a way to control something in a world that I have no control. And so when I dive into a blog, I can write it however the hell I want. Of course, I want to try to get as many people to read it as possible, so I have to do all the SEO stuff and the search intent and all that other junk. But for the most part, it's mine. I have complete control over how well it does, or how much I write, how long it is. I have absolute control of it. And so for me, it's extremely therapeutic to blog. And so that's how I feel. It's instead of being mentally drained, it's rejuvenating, really. I feel so much better after blogging. I would love to write a high fantasy story like The Last Unicorn. Then write it. It's funny when you talk to your cats, Michael, and they talk back. This one does. Huh. Sometimes. Max never used to say anything until recently. Now she's way verbal. She's half on my lap. Shadow, on the other hand, won't shut up. Shadow will follow me throughout the entire house, meowing. Yes, I'm talking about you. Well, I'm sorry, my lap is not that big. I'm scooted up. What's up, baby? So, trying to get comfortable. There's just not enough lap room because I'm so close to my desk, huh? You smell like laundry. You smell like laundry. You know. Let's see. Michael, do you ever get stuck on a single sentence while writing? Sometimes I think about how I could reword a sentence and end up spending like 15 minutes on it. On a single sentence, no, but there have been times where I would write a paragraph, and depending on the context, it would take me a minute to figure out how I want it to go in the rest of the story. Like, would the character actually say that, or I would think about the actual physics of stuff, because I like to try to keep things as realistic as possible. And so I'll do like a lot of research on shit on my other monitor, and I don't necessarily get stuck, but it's more of a rewrite, and I've had to do that a couple times. Like, well, I said, like with Pride, I rewrote Pride 3 times, and it still didn't come out right. I'm trying to think of an example of getting stuck on a single sentence. No, I did get stuck on a conversation in Kingmaker recently, though. I'm like, God, this doesn't sound right, so I had to reword some stuff. I think I made it better. Made it funnier, that's for sure. The Last Unicorn was a great story. I get stuck on transition scenes sometimes. I've never got stuck on a transition from one to another, but I did kind of, not necessarily got stuck, but took a while to write. I knew where the story, I wanted it to go here, so I had to get from there to there. I'm like, how the hell do I get that to work right? And So in order to do that, I threw in some cannibals. You'll have to read Kingmaker to get that one. But yeah, it's sometimes I don't necessarily get stuck for like stuck. It's just more of a it doesn't sound right, so I rewrite it. Still doesn't look right. Maybe if I do this. So I guess it is kind of getting stuck, but not too bad. What is the shortest story you have ever written? 300 words. Was it 300 words? No. It was 1,000. I did a 1,000-word story on WriterSanctuary, actually. Back when WordPress used to do the writing prompts every day, I would write every day for the writing prompts. And sometimes I'd write short stories, mostly based on games I was playing at the time, like H1Z1. I also have a story on WriterSanctuary's website based on Fallout. And there was one more game I was writing at the time. But yeah, it was 1,000 words, and that's all they needed, so I did that. I did a 3,000-word contest on Wattpad for The Beginning of the End, and Predator and Prey were both part of of separate contests. They were 3,000 words. And then I'm going to be doing the vocal media contest this month, and that's going to be 4,000 words. But 1,000, I believe, is the shortest one I ever did. Nat did one shorter, though. I wrote a 2-page story on my Reddit. It's about the guy who finds that's genie in the bottle. That's what I was talking about. He will get stuck on a single word occasionally. Sometimes. I don't know about a single word. I've had to change words a few times. I'm glad that I'm not alone, Diana. Word. Okay. That's why I was so slow on Textbooker. Oh, getting stuck on a single sentence. I see, and I never had an issue with it. I would rip through Textbooker article like they were nothing, like a hot knife through butter. But yeah, Nat's 2-page story was. See, when I was reading it, I could hear Jordy's voice from Creepshow. So it's more of the length of the joke. Yeah, I guess it would be. But yeah, that's the shortest one I ever read. So, do you think it's possible to tell a story in 2 sentences? Okay, so I like a lot of the authors I follow on Twitter will put up a picture and say, write a 6-word story inspired by this picture. And the last one was a squirrel. Looks like he was climbing a fence. He had his back leg like way the fuck up here. And I wrote in quotes like he was saying it, Jackie Chan ain't got shit. So I like doing those. But as for an in-depth story in 2 sentences, no. It would be more of a just a quick blurb. But I like doing those on Twitter. Those are fun. Think of our the narrator. That's right. I wouldn't say I was stuck on that. It was more of making fun of it. So I'm going to be doing the narrator when I get a better camera for Creative Sanctuary. Next year I want to do a lot more creative skits and stuff on Creative Sanctuary, probably even some parodies. And so the narrator is going to be one of them. And it's a voice in his head that he's narrating as he's trying to write. It's what every writer goes through. And trying to the gist of it is trying to differentiate between wrote and written. It's funny. I think it's good. It'll come out great, I think. It's absolutely possible. In 2 sentences? Yeah, you can, but it's going to be missing depth. Oh, the narrator skit. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's kind of what gave me the idea, was on Omeletto. The Western one was fucking amazing. So I want to kind of do something like that, but it's going to be from the writer's perspective as he's trying to write, and it's going to be his own voice talking to him. So, yeah, the Western where there's a narrator. Yeah, that is probably the best video on YouTube. I swear, when I first saw that, I about pissed my pants. It was great. It's what got me doing a lot of stuff around here in the house. She lied. Said Tommy. The youngest Henderson boy. If you guys haven't seen that, you got to look it up. It's great. I shared it a couple weeks ago. No, but that was like the best. That was the best skit. But I want to do more creative stuff on Creative Sanctuary. I can't do them on Writer Sanctuary because anytime I try to be creative on Writer Sanctuary, I lose views dramatically. So when YouTube says that the type of content you create doesn't matter, bullshit. It did. It killed my channel at the very beginning of the year. So that's why I stopped doing Despair on Writer Sanctuary and moved it to its own channel because it was screwing up the algorithm something hard. So now I got to get it moved over. We all love that one. Yeah, that is my favorite. Nat smoked a fat bong rip. Then her teriyaki bowl arrived and she munched out as she chatted online. Yeah. But then is that the conclusion? What did you chat about? You know, there's all kinds of stuff that can go with it. And I know you can do a 2-sentence story, but I'm talking about something that's more in depth. Like that's more of a blurb. I wouldn't really call that a story though. Where can I find those writing prompts on Twitter? I follow, there's actually like 5 authors who do them all the time. One guy does a lot of images. Who are they? And my favorite was a picture from The Witcher and the little blonde girl. It was I labeled it the polyamorous couple from the trailer park, or the couple from the trailer park asking you if you're into polyamorous relationships. But there's a lot of writers I follow that do writing prompts like that. The squirrel one was, I can't remember her name, but I thought it was funny. One other person did too. Sometimes you get a laugh, sometimes you don't. I'm working on a sequel to the 2-sentence story. Then her teriyaki bowl arrived and she munched out as she chatted online. Little did she know that the teriyaki bowl was poisoned by a disgruntled employee at Jack in the Box who just found his paycheck was half of what it should be. God, I'm like, I always go to the dark side of shit. I could never write a children's book. Oh, maybe I should write a children's book in a horror format, but it's for adults. I could. I have to get somebody to narrate or to illustrate that one though. That'd be something. That'd be something cool. Oh, but yeah, that's one of the things I want to do this next year. I got to get a decent camera. My phone works, but and I don't want to use a phone. I want a decent camera. I would like to get a better camera. Like, I love my 4K, the webcam, but I would like an actual camera for YouTube videos. I mean, this works great for streaming, but I don't know. Horror pop-up book. There we go. And then you pull the arm and Jason's stabbing somebody. Oh, that'd be fun. I have a feeling Michael created all the classic Disney movies. No. I'm not. I would be more on the side of Grimm than Disney. Making all the little kids cry. Yeah, I could. Should we talk about Bambi's mother? She was served with a side of potatoes. Oh yeah, the pop-up book. Yeah, I'm telling you, we could do a lot of fun with that. I don't think KDP would does that though, so we'd have to find a publisher for that one. But I think it would be a brilliant idea. I'd buy one. Oh, we can do it. What if you can do a pop-up book, choose your own adventure pop-up horror book. thing would be the size of the Necronomicon Ex Mortis, the Book of the Dead. Oh, we can even put ash in it. The chainsaw. Anyway, I'm getting all these ideas for a pop-up book now. Anyway, yeah, making sure I got everybody's recent comments. I'm trying to keep up with it. I think I've been doing better with keeping up with people. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, my mind just went totally blank. Like completely. So, what else? I wanted to show you guys. I don't know if I want to... So I am doing more videos. See, it's still not showing any of the paperback sales, even though PayPal just told me that I paid for my book. So I'm hoping it'll be one of those things that appear tomorrow. It bugged me that it doesn't show. That's one thing. See, I'm telling you, Amazon is buggy as shit. Well, you know, better the devil you know. I'm going to be playing around with other platforms, so sort of slapping shit up on like Goodreads. A new formatting tool by Dave Chesson, $147 lifetime access. What is that one? Shit. Bam. A new formatting tool. Is that for like ebooks, or because I think Scrivener saves EPUBs by Dave Chesson. Formatting tool. Atticus, is that what is better than Scrivener and Vellum? Kindlepreneur, free Amazon book description generator. Is that what we're talking about? Is the stuff that's on Kindlepreneur? How to format your book? I already did all that. How to create $120 per month book marketing software. Don't give a shit about how you created it. I want to know what you created. Where's that show me? It's so it's got to be this. So it's Atticus. Is that it? Nat, can you tell a 2-sentence story that includes a hero, villain, and a moral lesson? I probably could if I thought about it. Oh, that's 3 sentences though. I am Jack so that can surprise. I am Jack's colon. I get cancer. I killed Jack. That's a 2. Would Jack be the hero and the cancer be the villain? Moral lesson: get your shit checked out. The weed man flew in, his cape billowing behind him. Then he defeated the evil anti-weed man, saved the town, and there was weed for all. Moral is people deserve weed. There you go. Atticus is the name. Okay, so I was right. So it'd be... So, Atticus. Because I do plan on doing a lot of reviews and shit next year. So, is it atticus.io? Well, let's find out. Oh, that actually... Oh. Ooh. That actually looks slick. Probably works a hell of a lot better than fucking Kindle Create. And you know, they would, if Amazon actually put effort into Kindle Create, they could corner it. But it's like they're dragging their feet. It's not as important to them, which is stupid because book sales is how Amazon got started in the first place. But you'd think they would have focused more on that aspect. But see, it's showing what it looks like on devices, but what about a printed copy? Does it show that? Works online, offline. Volumes and parts, version control, reusable elements. So $147, okay. So this is the one you're telling me about. All right, so I will keep this one up so I can bookmark it. If I can come out with $147, I'll definitely give it a shot. I still want to do Scrivener 2 and Vellum and Kindle Vella is what I'll be playing around with next year. It's where you can write series of a novel series. And I could do that. I can do those really easy. So, in fact, that's what Despair is a series audiobook. So, you could just write really long sentences. It was a hero, villain, and moral. He never said it needed a good moral. True. Snoop Dogg approves. Yeah. Why are you trying to write 2-sentence stories, KDC? Just curious. But, yeah, I'm going to have to come up with a big, long list of stuff I want to try. Where's that? Do they have like a free trial? 30-day money-back guarantee. He's wearing a vest. I don't know if I could buy something from someone wearing a vest. But one time will include all future updates at no additional cost. Now that right there might be worth it because so many people will create a piece of software and say you get free updates for a year. And that's it. That way you have to rebuy it later. But, this one is all future updates at no additional cost. So that right there is probably why I will give him my money, because I support people who don't have predatory practices. It sucks growing up in the 80s and 90s. Nowadays, everything's games as a service, software as a service. I hate SaaS. Everybody needs to make money somehow, I guess. I want to get better at storytelling with 2-sentence stories. Atticus is software where authors can plan, plot, outline, write, collaborate, and format all in one. Cool. That's one thing I like about Scrivener, is because Scrivener will have like a notepad where you can put all your notes and outlines and shit on it too. KDC made stoned people write goofy stories. It was hilarious. The end. You sound like a bot when you say stuff like that. What? No, he doesn't sound like a bot. He sounds like an advertisement. What, do you have an affiliate with him? I have an affiliate with Grammarly. See, I didn't even put it in formatting software. So yeah, I'll give it a look-see. Definitely going to be added to my list of shit to check out for next year. I like how it looks though. It's like, oh, you even have goals. Book level. That's cool. You can do target words. All right, that's awesome. That's kind of cool. Writing habit. Don't know what that is. But just from the screenshot of the software, the goals is something that would thrill me. I love gamifying. What does that export as? Do you know? Do EPUBs or PDFs? There we go. EPUB, PDF, DocX, Mobi coming soon. So EPUB and PDF would be worthwhile. Oh, chapter themes, 17? That's way more than Kindle Create. Footnotes, endnotes, word counter, full bleed images, custom chapter theme builder, custom or cloud storage of backups, large print. Nope. Yep. That one I'm definitely going to be checking out. Thank you very much, Ron. I will give that one a look. Grammarly is the best. Yes, I love Grammarly. I am a bot. I mean, advertisement like a spam bot. Oh yeah, you're a Russian babe. 2 apps I'll never cancel are Grammarly and Spotify. Yep, I love Grammarly. Grammarly works in everything online. Like, it has saved me from really screwing up some tweets. It also works in YouTube. It works perfectly in WordPress, and that's just the Chrome extension. So definitely Grammarly is right up there with, which is why I support them and why I am an affiliate. I only affiliate with companies I actually use. I don't believe in the whole touting somebody that I have no intention of utilizing, which is why you'll never see a Comcast commercial on my video. Well, I guess if YouTube puts one in there, I will never sponsor Comcast or Apple. Ever. Real writers don't need Grammarly. I myself have never used it. Well, aren't you awesome? I like Grammarly because it catches all the small shit. Plus, Grammarly will fix spelling as you're typing. And you can't tell me that you spelled everything perfectly without having to go back and fix shit. Nobody's that good. And Grammarly will automatically fix common spelling errors. Like if you totally fuck up a word, you'll still have to fix it. But like if you're spelling something and you forgot a T before you even hit the backspace, Grammarly fixed it right immediately. So it's an awesome platform. I am your friend. I always will be your friend. Grr, I am tired. I'm sorry. Real right. See, that's what every bot says. Oh, about being your friend? What friend? You are my only friend. Alrighty. So we have quite a few. God, I got quite a few videos and blog posts right next year. I'm pretty excited. Next year, 2022 is going to be fucking awesome. As much money as Amazon has, you would think they could produce a quality formatting tool, especially since that's how Amazon started in the first place. It was a bookstore. And like, they just gave up on their roots. They're like, fuck it, we're not going to try it. And they did, I got to give them to them, they did put out a bug fix for Kindle Create recently. But it is still, it's a crap formatter compared to everything that's out there, you know? And even like Scrivener, $50. And it does way more than Kindle Create does. So, I don't know. I agree with you, Ron. I think Amazon just gets to a certain point, they're like, fuck it. They make more money on selling random shit in TV shows. They forgot their roots. Michael, you have the gift of speed writing. I have the gift of grammar. We balance each other out. I am not every bot. So when my Grammarly app stops working, call Diana. Noted. Doc made me laugh. The last sentence was full of errors. I don't... What errors? I mean, the comma between writing and isn't necessary. But it's not necessarily an error. Aside from that, I don't see what else was there. I think you're trolling me. Problem. Yeah, that's a good possibility. That's the best way to troll somebody, is to make them think they made a mistake, because then they wind up spending 3 hours trying to figure it out. Well, there isn't one. One of my biggest pet peeves is memes that are riddled with spelling errors and bad grammar. And I know they're supposed to be funny and shit on social media, but as a writer, and an editor, it sucks the fun out of it, you know? Michael, that comment is necessary because it separates two independent clauses. Well, let's find out. I don't think it is necessary. I think it's one of those can or cannot go withs. So let me open up Grammarly. And post. Oh, look at that. Says you have a bad word choice. All right. What happens if I delete it? Oh, it's a okay, you're right. It was a complex sentence is what it's picking me up as. All right. And yeah, you're right. It is a independent clause. And I try to explain it to my writers as an independent sentence. If you can have a sentence after another sentence when you use and, use a comma. It's in my head. I know it's right. I just didn't explain it very well. But yeah, you're right with the comma. My bad. I've been drinking. What's your excuse? The Doc Grammar app will be available soon. Yeah, sounds good. How dare you challenge me? I don't know. You talk a big game, but there's been a few times where I caught you on Facebook, remember? Yeah. Not everybody's perfect. As much money as Amazon has. Oh, yeah, that was more of, well, that wasn't Diana. That was KDC. But that looked like more of a duplicate when he was typing. I've had that accident a couple times where I would write, stop, do something else, and then come back to write, and I don't remember that I just wrote. So he could have been writing as much money as Amazon has, but he doubled it money as. It's accidental. It happens. See, foolish mortals think they can outsmart me. But Grammarly is saying that you have a word issue with gift. Not really, because gift would work in that sentence. So that's the biggest things about editors, even human editors. No editor is 100% accurate. So, and no AI will be 100% accurate either. Like there's times where Grammarly will tell me that I should change something where I know for a fact I shouldn't. It just depends on the context of the sentence and how it's being used. But when it flags it, at least it gives you a chance to go back and take a look at it before you commit it, because sometimes it does need to be changed, sometimes it doesn't. So it's still a good platform to learn from. I think every new writer should use Grammarly. It'll not only does it tell you why those changes are necessary, but it makes it, once you start doing them over and over and over, you get better and better as time goes on. So stuff like that I am all for. Couldn't you just end the independent clause of the period? You could, and start a whole new sentence by removing and. I was laughing at Doc when I was laughing at what Doc said when I was typing that sentence. Yes, that is the point. An independent clause can stand alone as a sentence. Yes. But if you want to combine them together, make an entire sentence, you'd put the comma in and. Now, if she was to remove, I don't know if there's a way to do it. Let's see if we can rewrite that sentence so they can remove the comma. Here we go. So like if you were to write, if you have the gift of speed writing, remove the comma, leave the and, I the gift of grammar. Would that work? Back to Grammarly. I think it would. I've been drinking. Leave me alone. You're talking about. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. Okay, so. Oops. Too many H's in half. Oh, wow. Don't try typing when you're liquored up. Fuck, that sounds bad. Gift. Oh, I spelled gift with a 6. See, it says there's a pronoun problem there, but it wouldn't be because you are differentiating you from me. But it's not saying that I needed a comma, so that might actually work. Anyway, fuck. How do you guys know I'm not an ex-Grammarly employee? Because you'd have more money. Yes, you'd join 2 independent clauses with a comma and a conjunction. Yep, Doc, I do own my writing and editing for better or worse. If she removes the word and, wouldn't it be considered a comma splice? Shit, okay. You wouldn't need the, well, I don't even know if that would make a sentence. What? I don't know if it would be a comma splice. It'd be a fucked up sentence is what it would be. See? So if we removed and, right? Is that what you said? Oh, look at that. No, it's telling me that it's telling me we have to put the and back in. It doesn't say anything. Needs a punctuation, compounds. Okay. I'm just fucking the sentence up so bad. Yeah, that you wouldn't be able to remove the word and still have the sentence make sense. So it would be incorrect anyway. It would be confusing. That's what it would be. I am a mere mortal. That's a quote from my favorite computer game. I have more power in my little finger than you will ever possess. Oh, now you're insulting my salary? No, I'm insulting your lifestyle. It's a big difference. I sense a disturbance in the force. My favorite saying is a bit more of a modification of a very famous one. And it's one I use quite often. When I die, I'll become more powerful than you could possibly imagine. Anyway. Moving on from grammar lessons, we're talking about books. Well, I guess that fits, huh? The cool thing is that I did all of this. I did the ebook and the paperback and all of that shit without spending a single dime. That's what I'm most jazzed about. The marketing is going to cost a bit, but I don't know if I'm even going to make money on mine. So, what about my lifestyle? You are insulting my food expenditure? Sure. Star Wars reference? KDC got it. And the actual line is, if you strike me down, I'll become more powerful than you could possibly imagine. Oh, another one of my favorite lines, though, is, how's it going? Oh, no amount of clapping will bring her back from all, San Joe. I spent way too much time in this car this last week, right? We've not just the last week. Well, no, because you flew out Friday. So we drove 9 hours back. Um, and then you had to drive the girls back and forth, and now you're doing it again. Well, that's what you get for living out in the middle of nowhere and getting a job here in Denver. Okay, so plans for next year. We are going to publish ourselves quite a few fictional tales. I'm going to be doing more reviews on writing software. I'm really interested in this now. Unfortunately, I feel bad for the people who follow the channel for text broker videos because I only have that small amount, and I haven't done text broker in years because I outgrew it. I feel bad for you guys, but that's what happens when you outgrow it. It's a great system. I love text broker. I always will. It gave me my start, but I've moved on. I'm now the content marketing team lead of Green Geeks. I am a published author, and I've got several blogs, so I'm going to start focusing more on that kind of content. So starting next year, I'll be doing more reviews on software like Atticus, Scrivener, and anything else I can come across. If you guys have any ideas or want to see something in specific, you can always hit me up on social media, on Twitter and Facebook, or use the contact form on WriterSanctuary.com's website. And I can also, if you follow me on Instagram at writer.sanctuary, you can hit me up there too. So if you guys have any ideas on stuff you'd like to see or experiments you'd like me to try, I don't think I'm going to do the 90 blog post in 30 days again because that did tap me the fuck out. But I will always be open to all kinds of different things. So Text Broker will always have a special place in our hearts. Yes, very much so. Text Broker is why I'm here today. If it wasn't for Text Broker, I wouldn't have the job, literally, that I have now. So I am a big proponent of Text Broker, and I will help any way I can. Unfortunately, I just don't do it much anymore because I make way more money doing what I do now. And I don't want to go back and make change on stuff. So did anyone see the new Ghostbusters movie? Not yet. I can't wait to watch it. I so want to watch it. My ex was a Star Wars nerd. I picked up her addiction over time. Yeah. I've influenced people to watch Star Trek, so the Star Wars trilogy, my favorite movies of all time. Star Wars, the original 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, and 3 weren't bad. They weren't horrible, I guess. But 7, 8, 9 just made me want to punch somebody. I was disappointed in the last 3, but 4, 5, and 6 will always be... Luke Skywalker will always be my hero. I'm going to go on a rant about the last 3 movies. But I really, really want to watch Ghostbusters movie. Especially since I've been watching some of the news shows that they've been on promoting the movie. Really excited to watch it. So I've always been a big fan of Ghostbusters. Didn't watch Ghostbusters 2016. I tried, but it just... If you listen closely, you can actually hear my eyes rolling into the back of my head. It was just not good. So I don't mind watching Star Wars. I just never follow the stories. Yeah. And I kind of liked Rogue One. It wasn't bad. They filled a plot hole that really nobody cared about. But I did like how everybody died at the end. I don't mind when the Star Wars universe seems extremely complicated. It can be. It is. I think they like it that way. Star Trek is so much easier to follow in terms of continuity, but I don't know. Star Wars, there's quite a bit to Star Wars. So, Fembusters was a total disaster. Yeah. I liked the final fight scene in Ghostbusters 2016 wasn't bad until what's-her-face got picked up by that flying demon, lost her glasses, and said, "Oh, wait, they're in my hand." That was cringy. I was like, come on. That's what I'm saying, where everybody tried to be the comic relief. You just can't do it. It just... Good versus evil, same plot in a different format. Yeah, well, if you... In that argument, that's the same format for just about everything. Even Bambi, if you think about it. Bambi was good, hunters were evil. Bambi's mom got killed and got served with a side of potatoes and wine. How long do you think they bled Bambi's mom before they chopped her up? Yep. For those of you who have children, I apologize. Hey, y'all know what this show was before you came here. I need to start putting like NSFW in the top corner of my blog or my website, YouTube channel. I don't know. The videos I do are more. I try to be more professional with it. It's more like a stick up my ass. But the live streams, whole different ball game. You know, the live streams are pretty much who I am. There was somebody asking like, "Are you who you are on social media as you are in real life?" Like, yes, I am the same troubled douchebag in real life. I don't put on a false persona or try to act a certain way. I am, this is how I am. And Sam can attest to that. But, yeah. It is what it is. The world is good, but I am evil. I don't understand that one, but okay. Yeah, I'm lost. I don't know where I was going with that. And yeah, I do that a lot in real life too. The hell was I talking about? There'll be times where I get up from my desk, and before I get to the kitchen, I forgot what the hell I went in there for. That's from age. But, of course, I'm not half liquored up by the time I do that either. That's first thing in the morning. Y'all are turning me into an alcoholic. Cheers. But I do have a lot of things coming up this year. I think we're going to do some awesomeness. Awesomeness. It works. Oh. Actually, he is worse in real life. You're going to scare people away. I am not. I was trying to argue with you, but I don't know if I can. I am not that bad in real life. It depends on my mood. When I'm on an up day, oh yeah, it's on. But I don't think I'm that bad. Well, I said it before in a previous video. I have an acquired taste. Not everybody likes my sense of humor, I guess. And I can be a bit of a douche sometimes, depending on the situation. But the thing is that I don't sugarcoat stuff. Like, if you're acting like a dumbass, I'm going to let you know. And it drives my son nuts because he's looking for affirmations and he wants me to blow sunshine and rainbows up his ass. I'm not going to do that. That's what your mom is for. I am the, this is how real life works, and I'm going to bluntly throw it in your face, dick. Okay, that so did not come out right. I'm blunt. And I am more real life. Sorry, I'm not... we don't do sprinkles and sugar cane here. My goal for next year is to lose weight. I know it's so original, but I weigh almost 200 pounds. I wish I weighed 200 pounds. But no, that's it. No, you don't have to. You don't have to be original with a goal. I just do what is good for you. If that's what you want to do, go with it. You don't have to worry about copying somebody else. Like, it doesn't matter. It all comes down to you. So you're awesome, but you do tone it down and filter yourself a little on social media. Not really. I am I don't. What do you mean? I don't think I've ever toned it down. Like, I don't. Um, it's like on Twitter, I only respond to things like that grab me. I don't just. I'm not like all these other people on Twitter who just throw out random shit. I'm very quiet, reserved, like in real life. But if something grabs my attention, I'm gonna point it out. I don't know. Now I'm going to be all concerned and think about it. How the fuck do I tone anything down? Doc, do you want a guaranteed method to lose weight? Put yourself in a caloric deficit. I'm telling you, this is how I lost 80 pounds. Use MyFitnessPal and keep your calories in the green. And that's it. Increase your activity, eat less. Yeah, I need to tone it down on social media. I can see that. I've talked to you a few times. Yeah, I don't know. You don't really seem to tone it that much down from when we talk either, though. So, need to make more snake tabloids. Yeah, see, and you were all saying how nobody likes them and stuff, and like there was that one guy put out a poll wanting you to keep doing them. So. Yeah. Move more, eat less, guarantee you will lose weight. That's it right there. Keep yourself in a caloric deficit. Use MyFitnessPal. It's a free app. You can put it on your phone, scan everything you eat. Make sure you burn more than you consume. That's all I did. Lost 80 pounds. Then I'll be hungry all the time? No, you won't. The thing is that you can still eat, just do so in moderation. Instead of an entire pizza, have 2 slices and save the rest for later. You don't need to eat a whole pizza. And if you want that extra slice of pizza, walk 3 miles. That's how I lost all my weight. I would make sure I would keep myself in a caloric deficit. You don't need to eat as much as you think you do. That was a sarcastic dude. I'm off the hook on social media. My method is faster. What, being bulimic? Oh, you're not bulimic. I know what you mean, though. I know it's sarcastic. Eat quality food, not quantity. Yeah. It's like, okay, so here's the difference between, I don't have anything on my desk to show you. So we got 140 calories of 4 chocolate Hershey miniatures, right? That's about 70 some odd carbs. Or for the same amount of calories, you can have some Parm snacks, which is the one I have is a ranch flavored. It's kind of like a trail mix. Really good. I like ranch a lot. So this Parm crisp mix I got is fucking amazing. Same amount of calories, but you get more, and it's for a fraction of the carbs. That right there. Bam. Big difference. No, you missed my comment above. What'd I miss? You tone it down. I need to tone it down social media? Is that what it? Perhaps I need some coffee here. Psh, quit. Did nobody catch that in the slow moving room? I need to tone it down social media. I need to make more snake tabloids. That was sarcastic. I'm off the hook on social media. See, that's, yeah. I got it. Is that what I was trying to catch? Explain. I've been drinking. Now I'm all confused. I don't know what that means. Eat small meals throughout the day. Yeah, well, you don't even need necessarily. Well, I guess mine are small. A half a cup of Kung Pao chicken, 2/3 cup of chicken fried rice. It is about the same amount of food you would get from a lean cuisine. It costs less than $1.25 to make. Tastes amazing and fills me up. 245 calories total. So there's all kinds of ways. But, no one listens to the guy who lost 80 pounds. But, hey, do what you want. As a former personal trainer, it's the best and quickest way ever. Which one? You didn't write anything. At least it didn't show up on my screen. What do you got, Nat? Yeah, I know it's common sense. My problem is mostly psychological. I think not enough motivation to lose the weight. Yeah, I can see that. I've plateaued at 230. I haven't lost anything, and it's like I get frustrated because I know what I need to do. I just don't do it, and so that's why I'm going to work really hard through December because I would like to start the beginning of next year being lighter than I was when I started last year or this year. Whatever. Bound to Ball. Hey, brother, I'm the guy that sent you that course on Facebook. Buying your book now. Oh, hey, thanks. How's it going? You don't need motivation. You just have to want to lose weight. Well, that's part of motivation, ain't it, Ron? You gotta have motivation to want to lose weight. Yeah, okay, well, I missed some stuff here. Okay, I know it's common sense, yada, yada, yada. And yeah, sorry, but if this is dieting hour, I'm out of here. I was personal trainer for 20 plus years. I didn't want it to be dieting hour. I'm just saying. So anyway, we were talking about goals, what it was, and Diana said that one of her goals was to lose weight. My goal is to, let's see, I've accomplished all of my goals this year as a writer, except for the writing 1 million words. And that was more of a lofty goal. I wasn't really focusing on it. I still will have nearly 750,000 words done by the time the year's over. But I think I can do better. Well, probably not, because I'm mostly editing now, but still. My main focus was just doing more than I did last year. Last year I did 480,000 words. This year I am scheduled to do 720,000 estimate. So I passed what I did last year by September. So I'm already one up on myself. Next year my goal is going to be, I would love to publish 3 more books. I want to do more on the videos on YouTube, especially for the writing software. More tutorials, I think. And I want to do more. I want to get more on the blogs too. People can talk about whatever they want. If someone doesn't like it, why don't they leave? That is an excellent goal. Stick with it. We're writers here, right? Okay, everybody, calm down. It's almost time to end the show anyway. It's 9 o'clock. But let's see. I think that's about it. I think I just want to write a couple more books, and I want to finish Kingmaker. I want to finish Kingmaker before the end of the month. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the name Kingmaker because people have been pointing it out. It's already been done to death. I might change the name of it, but I'm not sure because that fits it so well. So I don't know. We'll have to see by the time I'm done writing it. My goal is 1 more book by the end of the year. It's outlined a quarter done. With all the books that you've written, Nat, you should have something published. Don't you have? Are you doing self-published, or are you going to get an agent and find a house? I'm not sure what your goals were for that. Are we trying to help Doc with her goal of losing weight? We are trying to help Doc with the goal of losing weight. Sorry, I do hair now. That was hire a trainer. My sister's one. What do you think, Angela? Can you help? Can you help, Diana? I'm just going to back out slowly. I'm here to learn how to self-publish. All right, ask away. Self-publishing wasn't too bad. Good night. All have a wonderful weekend. Good night, Patrick. Have a good evening. The aspect of self-publishing was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. The software blows. Kindle Create is buggy. Amazon is buggy. But, there's a lot of other ebook places online. So I'm going to see where I can go with that. Definitely want to try Barnes & Noble. Now, what I gathered, the ISBN that I have for the paperback stays with Amazon, so I'll have to get a whole new one for Barnes & Noble. So, but I have complete control of my book. That's one thing I like about doing it this way instead of going through Tate or some other self-publishing company, is that I own my book. If I don't want it to be on Amazon anymore, I can pull it right now. So there's a goddamn thing they can do about it. So that's one thing I like about it, that I have control. So I am going to see what I can do with Barnes & Noble and a couple other ones that I came across. So that's going to be a fun thing to do next year. Patrick, you didn't even say anything. He doesn't have to. He's great. Patrick is here gracing us with his awesomeness. And I love my burger pictures. My goal for next year is to publish a book on KDP every month. I have the content need to publish. That's a lot of writing, dude. How big are your books? Just out of curiosity, Ron. Because that's a lot. But there's people out there that have a ton of them out there that make bank. So you might be able to swing it. And yeah, God forbid writers are focused on writing and not bringing their silly relationship or health drama trying to get attention. That's annoying. Ask someone who cares. Are we getting all touchy? Let's relax, everybody. Trying to help Mike keep it about writing and stuff. You didn't even say anything, no. I'm here for emotional support. Yeah, I wanted to ask some questions about Amazon. Hey, ask away, Nat. I know I'm late. I'm watching the replay. Congrats on the book again, Michael. Thank you very much, Neil. No problem. Coming in late. I'm here every Monday or Friday. I'm glad you at least showed up, Patrick. Okay, so I think I caught up on everything. But yeah, go ahead and ask. What do you need to know? I want to have 3 books done before I publish. That way I can release them close together if they do well. So are they like in a series? How much did Amazon cost? 0. I haven't spent a damn thing publishing. The only money that I've spent so far is buying my book. I didn't spend anything to write it. I didn't spend anything to edit. I didn't spend anything to convert it. I didn't uploading the graphics, the cover, all of that was done for free. And I've got videos on the channel. I don't know if it's on the channel page's main page yet, but I do have a category for self-publishing on KDP, and I'm doing it at parts. And I haven't spent a single dime except for buying my book. If you do 3 books before you publish, are they going to be a series? Because Amazon does let you assign them as a series. It's 3 in a similar genre, horror mystery. Oh, well, okay. I don't know if you'd want to put them so close together though, because you want to give people enough time to buy and read your book before you come out with another one. But what do I know? I've never done it, so it might work that way. Be interesting to know though. If it works, you'd have to let me know. That'd be something we could probably do an article about. Just bought it, excited to read it. Well, thank you very much, Bound to Ball. It's just the story of how I got started while dealing with a massive depression that almost killed me literally. If I didn't make changes back then when I first started writing, I wouldn't be here today. One is a long mystery. I've got a horror anthology and maybe a third horror by the end of this year. See, and I don't know why you would want to wait, though, because you could be doing the sales and stuff now for your first one. But, it's up to you. To be honest, I'm not an expert. This is my first one, so your way might work. Amazon doesn't cost you anything to write, publish your book. It comes when you promote your book. Yeah, I didn't spend a single dime so far. Everything I've done was for free. And I've got videos on YouTube showing you, I'll be doing I think it's a cover. I don't know. I'm doing the submitting the information to KDP tomorrow video. Then after that is cover creator, and that's a fucking bug. It's not a bad image editing system, but it's not Canva. It works, but I'm just slightly limiting. That is good to know. I might do a sci-fi series, but I want to do horror first. Okay, so there's also called Kindle Vella, where you can release a series in episodes, kind of like how I do with Despair every Saturday, where I think the limit is like 4,000 words per episode, and everybody gets to read the first episode for free, but then they have to buy tokens to unlock future episodes. So if you know anything about Twitch, it's kind of like how bits work. And since Amazon owns Twitch, of course they would bring that over to books. But anyway, the episodic stuff is kind of intriguing to me because I could do episodic releases fairly well. Like if it wasn't for all this publishing stuff, I probably would have pushed out 3 more episodes of Despair by now because I love doing Despair. So that is something that's quick and easy for me to do. So maybe an episodic thing for Kindle Vella would be worthwhile for next year. So I just wanted to bring that up for you if you wanted to do something like that. That was good to know. I might do a sci-fi series. Okay, I want to test the waters with horror and just see what happens. First book isn't edited. It takes a few months to edit, etc. Well, if you pay somebody. If you don't give a shit, you just throw it in there. Are you saying that it's bad? Actually, I think, as far as I could tell, my book came out well. Didn't have an editor do it. Like I said, it was just me and Sam and Grammarly. So I'm hoping it came out good. And I don't know. I came across some editors that were like $400 up to $4,000 just to edit the book. I'm like, fuck you. I ain't spending $4,000. That is more than I have. So it takes a few months to edit. I've got 2 horror mystery books done. Awesome. The sci-fi is a series that may take more time. The cover did cost me $20 a Fiverr gig. See, now that I can see a lot of people using. You can get some decent pictures off Fiverr. I used to write on Fiverr, so I know how it works. I know some of the people that are on it. You just gotta be careful because there's some freelancers on Fiverr that really are kind of douchey, and so you gotta. I don't know. It's a hit and miss, I think. I haven't even thought about the cover art yet. For the ebook, I used Canva, and I did that all myself. In fact, I have a video on YouTube about that. It just came out. I think that was the one that came out today. And the cover creator for KDP does work. It's just extremely limited, but it looks nice. So that's another free way you can do it. It's great to have a friend who can edit. I've got an editor lined up that we're working on a deal. Yeah, you said that you were doing that. But she can't edit until March, but it is worth the wait. Well, if that's for you, it's great. If that's what works for you. I'm impatient. I need my shit now. But I'm not going to spend $4,000 to do it. So that's one of the reasons why I started doing these series of videos in the first place, was to show that You can do the entire thing for free. And I did. I haven't spent a single dime, like I said, except for buying my book. I bought the first copy, which will be here Monday. And everything else, I haven't spent any money on. So I even used the free version of Grammarly for it. So I don't want to release a shoddy, unedited book with errors. Are you calling my book shoddy? Self-editing is hard with the 113,000 word document. Yes, don't I know it? I've already used Grammarly. So yeah, I kind of almost take offense to that. But no, writers should never, ever edit their own work. And there's a logical and scientific reason behind that. Because it's the way our brains are wired. When you try to edit your own stuff, your brain is already thinking that it's correct anyway. So you're going to gloss over a lot of problems if it's fresh. If you come back to it like 3 or 4 months later, you start picking up a lot of those smaller things that you missed the first time because it's no longer fresh in your mind, and you're no longer, well, you're no longer reading it right after you wrote it. So it kind of like resets your brain a bit. So you catch a bunch of errors, but there's still going to be errors in it. One thing I did find that works exceptionally well, especially when I started doing Despair, is reading it out loud like you're doing an audiobook. Because then your brain has to process all that information for speech. So you're essentially running it twice. And it makes a huge, massive difference. And you find all kinds of shit that you missed. So try that too, because that made a huge difference. I am a very fast reader, so that helps. Yes, Sam helps. The Canva video was 2 days ago. Today was Kindle Create. Okay, so the Canva video was 2 days ago. Kindle Create. it works, but it's buggy as hell. I hope that they do something with that. But now that Ron turned me on to Atticus, I'm really excited to try it. Just being honest, writers get flamed all the time for bad editing. Bloggers too. That's like I'm saying, you should never edit your own work. And I had one person jump my shit because he said stuff was spelled wrong. And I went through it with a fine-tooth comb and I called bullshit. I'm sorry that you're illiterate, but there was no problems in it. And so I even had Grammarly go through it. It's like there's nothing there. But yeah, you'll get hit. And the sad thing is that everybody expects bloggers and writers to write perfect right off the bat. I'm like, no, there's a reason why it's called a first draft. We suck. We can't edit, and that's why we hire editors. But like I said, I'm doing this first one for completely free, so just to see if it can be done. And it's, yeah, I don't know. Writers aren't the only ones who get flamed for it. Long mystery is getting professionally edited just because it's so long, but I found someone who will do a deal like trading service. See, that's good. And you talked to me about that one. Write paragraphs no more than 3 sentences long. It is easy to check and edit your book. It is, but not every paragraph needs to be just 3 sentences long. That's more if you're doing a blog. And I don't know. It depends on the story, because I don't like breaking up a paragraph unless something else is happening in the story. And I can see why you'd want to do it that way, because it does make it editing easier, but it's not always necessary, I think. Just being honest, ready to get flamed. Yep. And yeah, I heard that a million times. You can't edit yourself. Yeah. You shouldn't. I did, but you shouldn't. You're right about editing your book, but money is tight. Exactly. When you don't have the cash to do it, that's why I'm doing this whole thing for free. I want to see if you can do it for free without it looking like shit. And from what I gather, it looks decent. It reads well. I've got 5 stars. I'm hoping no one cares if there is an error, but I didn't think I found any, so I did all of it for free. So that was the whole purpose of this book. So it's been read by beta readers, and they did a pretty good job of helping me clean up typos. Yes, beta readers are helpful if you can find them. I want to find some beta readers when I finish Kingmaker. I have a few ideas of people I want to ask if they'll read it for me, but I want to finish writing it first. But I'm really in love with the story, so it's not going to be taking me. It's not going to take me long. I'm having someone edit it for continuity, and someone else will proofread. So by the time it's published, 8 people have looked at it or more. See, that's helpful. 4 beta readers read it, so that caught a lot of typos and miswordings, I bet. To be honest, some of the writers' chats I follow aren't that helpful, so I ditched the BS ones and been following only serious ones. Well, I try to be serious. I had to do most of my own research. Me too. Now, as long as you have a different pair of eyes looking at your work before you publish. See, that's why Sam reads over just about everything I do. She proofreads over Despair when I do those. And she went over A Freelancer's Tale, and then she'll be going over Kingmaker as soon as I'm done with it. But I don't want her to read it now because I've already wrote the ending of it, and the ending is kind of a surprise. Michael did the same thing with Sam, editor or not. Yep. Yes, Sam reads over everything I do. Should be kind of obvious in a room full of writers. And I am a decent editor. Yeah, Sam's caught a few things. However, there's a few things Grammarly picked up that got past me and Sam. That's why I always have Grammarly running as well. Yeah, well, we don't all have friends who will do a professional level edit for free. I found someone who will do a swap with me, so yeah. The only catch is I have to wait till March, which is cool. And if that saves you money, I mean, shit, like I'm telling you, when I looked up the prices on some of them because I was curious, $400 to $4,000. One company wanted to charge me $4,000 just to edit the book. 147-page book. They wanted $4,000. Like, who the fuck has that kind of money for a first-time book? No. That's why I'm doing this. So if she's willing to like give you hundreds of dollars worth of editing for free just for a swap, fuck yeah, do it. I'm with you on that. It kind of sucks you have to wait till March, but hey, it might come out awesome. And as much as you read Sam, I agree. Yeah, Sam reads a lot. So she's played a big influence on A Freelancer's Tale and Despair. She's done a lot of work on Despair. So I'll have another book or 2 done by March. I'm a super prolific writer, just not all of it will end up published. Some gets scrapped. See, and I do a lot of that too, Nat. I have thrown away more work than I can possibly count. I used to toss everything. Nowadays, not so much. I am now trying to not throw anything away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let the audience decide. If it's a good book, it's a good book. If it's not, it's not. But I have no right to tell you what I think you should like. That's the mentality I've been trying to keep. Instead of, oh, this book is going to suck, I get that in my head that I don't know what you like. So what gives me the right to tell you what you think you might like? So I'm going to put it out there. If it gets 5 stars, it gets 5 stars. If it gets 1, it gets 1. I'll have another, let's see. Sam, you have thought about being a freelance editor? I'm doing a service for her that is of equal value. Yeah, there you go. I wish I had time to read more, but I write and retweet so much, it's been hard to find time lately. Yeah, you put out a lot of your snake tabloids. But some of them have been awesome. I like the southern ones I like most, I think. But when I'm in a writing slump, that's usually when I read. I never throw anything away. Documents take up no space. Yeah, but this was back in the day when I was typing on paper. And I would just assume delete it. I have deleted so much. I don't even remember half the shit that I deleted. The one that I got in a fight with my ex. That one I remember how it went, and I'm debating on finishing that one. It's a dark, heartbreaking tale, but it was good. I want to finish Kingmaker though. Kingmaker is the one that is that's going to be my start, I think. Kingmaker and 7, because as soon as Kingmaker's done, I'm going to jump into finishing 7. I'm going to rewrite 7, polish it up, make it all spiffy. Thank you. The snake art makes me laugh. Yeah. Yeah, I love the southern one. I love the southern ones. Well, bless your heart. But that was the whole purpose of me doing this book, was to show you what you can do for free. And it's I didn't just write fluff. It's a tale about how I started, how I almost died, how I had to move from my girls 1,200 miles away in order to save my life. And so it was kind of rough writing it, but because I had to relive a bunch of shit that I wish I could just forget about, but it's part of who I am and how I started writing. So, and I do give insight into everything I did to become the success I am today. And so hopefully, not only is it a good read, a good story, but it also has information that people can use. So I think I was debating on doing a sequel to A Freelancer's Tale and break down exactly what I did in Tax Broker to make tens of thousands of dollars and a full-time income off of content mills, because a lot of people don't believe you can do it. I did. So I don't know, there might be a sequel to it. So it's another snake in. It was a funny one. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I have thought about it, but I am only an okay editor. Yeah, Sam does a great job. There's been a few times where things like got past us both. There was one time where I wrote it, read it, then she read it, and then this is where I got the idea for reading it out loud. As I'm recording the video, I come across it. I'm like, just the small errors, but it triggers right there. That's why you should read out loud, because your brain processes the information differently. And so I'll stop, fix it, and then have to re-record it. So when I do my editing, I try to read it out loud like I'm doing the script for Despair. And it's made a huge difference. So if anybody out there who wants to edit your own work, that's probably one of the best ways to do it. Read it out loud. If it makes sense when you read it out loud, then you're on the right track. Big thanks for the info. It's been really useful. Thank you. I hope so. Like I said, I'm not an expert quite yet. That's what I am working towards for 2022. I want to be an expert at freelance or at self-publishing. So the gal I'm working with is trying to build her resume, so that's part of the deal. Yeah, there you go. If she does good, I'll pay her full price for my other 2 novels, and she'll be my official editor on every book. She's cool. Has a writer's chat here. Nice. Yeah, reading aloud helps me too, but again, that's self-editing, and I've already done that. Yeah, well, and what you got going on probably works great, but not everybody has that opportunity. So, like me, I don't have anybody that I could trade deals for. As Sam does it, probably because I let her live in my house for free. But yeah, if that's what works for you, then that's what works for you. There is no, I can't say there is no right or wrong answer, because there are wrong answers for editing. Whatever works for you is what I'm trying to get at. So if that works for you, then I'm glad, and I hope to see your books hit Amazon soon. I've self-edited as much as I can. I'm not worried about typos, just need an editor to mostly make sure it makes sense, has a good flow, etc. That's one of the biggest reasons why I'm getting beta readers for Kingmaker. And I've told you before, I'm writing it in first and third person back and forth. So I want to write it in a way to where it's not confusing. And so that's why I'm going to get beta readers for it. Just to make sure that I'm not going to confuse the shit out of people. Try to keep my costs low, of course. Yeah. I understand that all very well. I try to keep my costs down as well. Why? Who is sending me shit? Oh, Stam. Smam. Okay. Oh, hey, Sam's here. I'm taking. Oh, wow, that was blurry. Try that again. There. Okay, but yeah, it's you know, and so far I was we're trying to think of something new to say because I said the same shit over and over and over. I try not to repeat myself, but I've been drinking. But I'm if that's what you have to do to keep your costs low. I'm not saying that the way I did it is the perfect way. I'm just saying that it's possible. So, sent you a message on Gmail chat a while ago. Okay, well, I have to look at it. Okay. I got you. I read it. Let's see. So from now until March, I'm going to hammer away at my writing and go for quality, publishable content that is more mainstream. Yeah. I would, well, see, you're still going to be working on your story, so, you ought to look into Kindle Vella if you like doing serials. Or not serials, but series. And that might be something you can just jump into. If that's anything that would interest you. I'm already on page 10, and just the start is powerful. We'll leave a great deep review once I'm all the way through. Great job, Michael. Thank you very much, Boundaball. I appreciate it. I tried. I did my best. Oh, you're going to make me blush. Don't compliment me while I'm online. Thank you. That makes me feel good. Stop. Anyway, horror and mystery are popular. Sci-fi is a niche audience, so I want to wait to release that. Yeah. I don't know how popular mystery is on Kindle, though. I'm with you on the horror part, because I am a horror writer, so... Oh, next year's going to be bitching, I'm telling you. We're going to have some awesomeness going. I'm going to look into that. Big thanks for the info. That's a good idea for my sci-fi trilogy I have planned. What, the Kindle Vella? Yeah, it's, from what I gather, there's some people on there that make quite a bit on it. So that's going to be one of the things I do next year is play around with the series of Kindle Vella and see just what we can do with it. I don't want to interrupt with Despair because I'll be doing Despair starting next week again. So I'll probably do Kindle Vella stuff on Tuesdays. That way I don't... What's good, though, is if I'm just doing Kindle Vella, that's not doing Despair. Like with Despair, I'm writing the episode, then we have to edit it, and then I have to record it, edit it for YouTube, and then upload it, and then edit it as the audiobook. With Kindle Vella, I don't have to do any of that. I just have to write it. So I should be able to do more with Kindle Vella. So that's going to be fun. Russian Babe has gone into the gardening niche. Okay. Mystery is one of the most popular genres besides romance. Really? I did not realize that. Really? I'll have to look that up. Maybe I might have to try a couple. A mystery, horror, sci-fi, romance self-help book. That's what we should do. We should make a game out of it where we'll take 3 genres and just randomly put them together. So that's the book you have to write. Oh, we could do challenges too. I'm really tempted to add a social media element to Writer Sanctuary for this kind of stuff. That way, it's our own social media site for writers, kind of like how NaNoWriMo is, but with more oomph behind it. I think that'd be fun. That Kindle Valley, yeah. Ron, what does that even mean? It means she went into the gardening niche. Or is she like growing weed, flowers, or I don't? Yeah, kids' books are huge sellers too, but I don't write kids' stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I would love to do a horror kids' book, but for adults. I'll need to get an illustrator for that though. Maybe my daughter will do it. My daughter's not too bad of an artist. So maybe I'll have have my teenager do the artwork for it. Gave me some tomato seeds from tomatoes she planted in Russia. Hey, tomatoes are good. That depends. I don't like raw tomatoes. Like, I'll do raw tomatoes if they're on a taco or on a pizza. But like picking them off the vine and eating them like an apple, nah. Not a big fan. But yeah, throw them in tacos. I'm good to go. But yeah, wouldn't that be cool though? A horror-based kids book for adults. Oh, I could do so much with that. I'm already thinking of parodies of old books. That's what happens when you have a morbid imagination. My mom called me morbid when I was a teenager. I had to look it up. It's like I've never been called morbid before. What does that mean? Well, it's the kind of, to quote the late great George Carlin, it's the kind of thoughts that kept me out of the really good schools. Both girls are pretty good artists depending on what you are looking for. Yeah, I think. Yeah, they are. Both of them are pretty good. So, I don't know. I think it'd be fun. We'll make it a family project. Have my daughter's drawing gory stuff for for a book. It's something they can put on their resume. Goosebumps is a good horror series for kids. Yep, it was. I watched a bunch of them on Netflix. Good writing. I watched Goosebumps when it was on, I think it was on Fox on the weekends, like on Saturdays. Some of them were kind of a bit younger for me because I am older, but it wasn't bad. There was a couple of good stories in it. I was definitely more into The Crypt Keeper and Tales from the Crypt. Twilight Zone, Outer Limits. Tales from the Crypt was awesome though. That was HBO. Amazing Stories was another one. I still have the theme to Amazing Stories stuck in my head. But yeah, what did I see? I wonder if I could fit something like that in 4,000 words. I don't know. I did Predator and Prey in 3,000 words. So I should be able to do something decent. That's one thing I'm excited for because I am doing the vocal media contest this month where they pick 25 winners. Each of them get $5,000 and their story added to Vocal Media's book coming out next year. So I am definitely entering that. I've watched all the horror shows growing up. Yep, so did I. used to go over to my friend John's house next door and we'd watch Tales from the Crypt all night. Those were the days. I think you could just, I think you could trust your daughters on the quality of work more than most people on Fiverr. I don't know. That's a hard one because I do know a lot of really good artists on Fiverr, and I don't want to give Fiverr a bad name, but there are some that suck. So you got to be kind of careful with that. At least with my daughters, we can sit down and have a chat about what would look nice and how we want things to look. Fuck, now I'm going to do it. Damn it. I'm going to start writing down ideas. So get ready to see that on my Kindle page. Twilight Zone fan. That's really shaped my horror. Twilight Zone. I don't know if Twilight Zone shaped my horror, but it did shape how I view twist endings. Like, I love when things go horribly wrong for shit at the end. Like I was telling you the other night, one of my favorite episodes of Twilight Zone is the guy with the stopwatch. He's robbing the bank and he breaks it. So he's stuck in time. I love that kind of shit. So definitely Twilight Zone did affect how I write endings to shit. Stephen King influenced a lot of my writing. And Tales from the Crypt. Tales from the Dark Side is another good one too, yeah. I read like 50 Goosebumps books as a young teen. I think everybody read Goosebumps books. You should check out some of Ari's darker works. Erebeth does some really bloody shit. So yeah, I've seen some of Erebeth's darker stuff. I love my daughter, but sometimes she worries me. Well, my mom used to say the same thing about me when I was her age. Zone is famous for wacky twist endings. That is it right there. That's Twilight Zone. Definitely affected how I ended stories. Stephen King got me to where the storytelling part, but the twist at the ends of the shit is where Twilight Zone did it for me. Still, my favorite book of all time is behind me, The Stand. I read that book 5 times. I read the uncut version twice and the cut version 3 times. Love that book. I'm in the I was before my eyes went bad. I was reading Night Shift for the 3rd time. That's a 1979 book of Stephen King's. I would love to read Angela's and Mom's books, but my eyes are so bad I can't fucking see the words. I need to get new glasses. I haven't been able to read hardly anything now. I have to give Sam my shit to tell me how many calories does this have because I can't read it. I need glasses. I try to do that, think of all the possible endings, and just come up with some wacky that nobody thought of. See, I don't think of possible endings. I just... it just happens. Like I said before, I'll try to outline my stories, but when I'm reading or when I'm writing it, the characters take the story to places where I didn't think of. And so, like I said before, it might sound kind of psychotic to people, but I'm along for the ride. I'm just the narrator. The characters are telling me when the story's done. So, I don't know. There's times where I try to get something to go a certain way, and it just doesn't go that way. So I don't ever try to think of too many possible endings because I know that I'm nowhere near where that is going to go. Night Shift was epic. Yep, Night Shift is my favorite. Is one of my favorites. The Stand and then Night Shift. I was reading Jerusalem's Tale at the very beginning, and then that's when I started realizing that I need glasses or better glasses, and it was starting to give me a headache, so I couldn't finish the story. So I'm bummed out because I can't read shit. And unfortunately, that's a vast majority of my job throughout the day is reading shit. So yeah, I get headaches all night, all day. I live on Advil. What the hell? I wonder if that's Sam telling me to get off. See if you can show that. I can't. Sam sent me a picture of Erebeth's bloody cartoon character that is missing a hand. kind of an anime twist that's gory. But I can't. Last time I tried showing something on my phone, the glare from the light bounced off the glass. So I can't show that one, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God, see, I need a new chair, too. Ow. I loosely outline. Sometimes my stories end up veering off the outline. Oh, mine always do. I tried doing an outline for 7, and I was able to do... one of them just fine with the outline. Which one was it? Envy. I was able to write Envy with the outline, but I didn't like how Envy came out. It was too predictable, and I don't like being predictable. So I'm probably going to rewrite Envy. Definitely rewriting Pride. But I am doing an outline for my fan fiction of Fallout for Wattpad, which is... that's a bit different, though. So that one I am going to follow the outline for. Mostly because the ending has to be a certain thing. Because I already have it planned out. I already wrote the ending to that one, too. Okay, bummer I can't put it in the chat. Will Sam be here in person? She's here at the house. Now I want to see them. Well, I'll try. Okay, I only outline for long stuff. Short stories, I just pants it. But I write those all the time for my own amusement. Yeah, the long ones... I could see the long ones being outlined. I didn't do that with Kingmaker, but it's how I'm writing Kingmaker that is going to make outlining damn near impossible anyway, because it's constantly evolving. I can't really tell you why without giving it away. There's a reason why I can't. So let's just leave it at that. I can't wait till I get it published. That way I can talk about it. I'm telling you, nobody knows what's in Kingmaker. Not even Sam. I haven't let Sam read it either. And it's driving me nuts because I want to talk about it so fucking bad. But I can't because it'll ruin shit if I do. We can try with my phone since it's bigger. Okay, yeah, bring it in, Sam, and we'll try. Everybody knows you're here anyway. Might as well come in. It's 9:42. Holy shit. And I'm liquored up. All right. God, Bound a Ball almost made me cry. I'm glad he thinks it's powerful. All right. I was going to that made my day, dude. You have no idea. All right. Bring it in.
Hi, Max. Sorry.
Sam's here. Sam, are you coming to Michael's house? Sam's already here. All right. You going to try showing it? Maybe we can turn off the light.
Well, I got to open the gallery.
And then there was darkness.
She did a thing on Twitter where...
Let's see if I did. If I open up...
Can't see her.
Let me open up...
Okay.
So you can kind of see it. So we can do... See, we can do a children's book based in horror for adults with that.
I think that'd be fun. So what she did is she did this whole... She had her Twitter followers... give her color schemes, and then she went through...
Everybody saying hello.
Hello. And then she went through and did artwork based on the themes.
Yeah, I saw a lot of that.
Yeah, let's see.
So that's what she gets the color red and thinks to herself, yeah, let's bloodify something. 3 arms.
He's radioactive.
I love my daughter.
I don't think anybody will see it.
Well, not with a...
This guy is radioactive.
Um,
I gotta move it down. Oh, too much glare. Sorry. I'm trying to like.
yeah, I don't know if you can see it very well.
No, the colors aren't coming out very good on that one.
Yeah.
And he's flipping everybody off, and he has 3 arms.
Bam. Oh, shit. There we go. And Nat says, love it. See,
Yeah.
I'm telling I was morbid at that age, too. See, that's what, like, my daughter sees, oh, hey, they're giving me the color red. Let's make something of that.
No, that's. I'll just read you this one because
Yeah, you write the stories and have her do the illustration. Love
Yeah.
the second toned hair, the two-toned hair.
Yeah.
That was yeah. That one's kind of cool. There you go. Here you go.
Here, why don't you just hold it over there because I'm bad at it.
There you go. See if you guys can see that one. I don't know if you can see that one very well. It looks like a winged demon.
Yeah.
God, the camera really doesn't do it justice.
I know, it just
Like,
doesn't.
you're not seeing a lot of the smaller details that are in it. See, we could probably do a
Yeah, I think it'd be so fun, and she would totally.
horror book for a children's book, a horror children's book for adults.
This is the one she posted most recently. It's not necessarily horror, but it's pretty cool. She does all these on her phone.
I wish there was a better way we could show these on.
I know.
Well, if they were online, I could.
They're on Twitter. I'm on her Twitter page.
Oh, well. Why didn't I just fucking share the Twitter feed then? So that's that one. Looks like she's an alien with a almost kind of like she's wearing a circle helmet deal. I kind of like that one.
I do too.
See, yeah, it's not showing
I
it
know, it
nearly
just
as.
doesn't show.
It doesn't look nearly as cool.
I know. But yeah, those are all on her Twitter. Bright light, bright light.
How come I don't see the? Is she not following? Am I not following her on Twitter?
You may not be.
Fix that. What's her Twitter?
Let's see. Hold on, I gotta find it again.
Hold on, I gotta stalk my daughter on Twitter.
Follow this, guys, or at BugSky1. Which do you need to know?
Okay, so
That one.
follow.
You just unfollowed her. Nope. Yes, you just tried
Unfollow?
to unfollow her. You're
I am
her.
following. How come I don't see these then? Oh, that was back in September.
Yeah.
She hasn't posted shit
She
for
hasn't posted in a while.
months.
No. She has
These
a
were
lot
back in
more.
July.
Yeah, she has a lot more on her phone that she's done, but she hasn't posted in a while.
All right, so here we go. We're gonna try this. I don't want the Twitter. Let's add a source. I wonder if we can do this while I'm streaming. Let's try not to fuck it up. If not, have a good evening. I need.
Just a window capture?
Yeah. There we go. Zip. Well, let's see if I can get it to. That's about as big as I can get it. Okay, so there's that one. Like I said, I think that I like that one a lot. And she got that one.
That one's just okay. Everybody's flip. Oh no, that one's not. I like
Everybody's
that
fine. So these are the colors she had to use.
one. Yeah.
Okay. There's the one that we showed earlier.
Yeah.
She didn't even have red. Why the
I don't know.
fuck? Let's
'Cause
be
they're
gory. And here's the one that had the radioactive kid with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's got 4 arms.
Oh, he does have 4 arms.
I didn't notice that one before.
He's flipping everybody off.
Yeah. Of course he is.
This chick's got 4 arms.
What? Why does everybody have 4 arms?
I don't know. I didn't actually read about what she was doing when she was doing her.
She's done crazy. So here's the one I was trying to show. That one's got 4 arms. I know. Everybody has 4 arms.
Mm-hmm.
That one. Cool. She doesn't have very much up.
No, she has a ton of stuff on her phone.
Cool. Why do I... Pinterest. Let's see. Pretty. I was such a troublemaker, but somehow at 17 I got my shit together and became responsible and wised up. Got a job, etc. That did a lot for me. Awesome. Love the 3-eyed girl.
Yeah.
Was that the... That was that one. That one.
I like that one.
The Halloween one.
Mm-hmm.
I think out of all of them, I like this one.
The demon one?
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Diablo, though, so... I don't know. I still think that one she did a better job on.
Her style has gotten so much better.
Yeah,
in all honesty.
I don't know if I like the cartoon kids that she does. I like it when she does when she's serious and she does shit like this.
Yeah.
Or like the tree.
The tree.
I love the tree painting. It's my favorite painting.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Some of her new stuff's pretty awesome.
So I'll have to have her draw me some images. Anyway. Yeah, I have almost been on for 3 fucking hours.
Right.
Been another long night. Okay, so let's start wrapping this up. Unless you guys have any more questions or comments or concerns. I was drawn to the first one.
That's
Which
the one
one?
you like. That's
The one I like, yeah. See, I like that one too. I like it a lot. When she sits down and actually does something serious, she does some really good stuff. Annika is another one that does animals, especially.
Yeah, she does some great.
She does some great animals. So
her artwork is all on TikTok.
Oh, see, and I don't have TikTok.
No, all her stuff's on TikTok.
I barely do YouTube. Let's add TikTok to the mix. Yeah, because I don't have enough to do already.
Good
night,
Ron.
guys. Have a good weekend. See you on
awesome.
Monday. Well, you can see your hands.
I know. Well, because I leaned forward for a little bit. Partially because I look like shit. I just spent like forever in the car.
Sorry. Let's see your face. It's been so long.
I leaned over, and then I leaned back, and then I leaned over.
Yeah, if somebody didn't have my office, we could sit in there.
I know.
But I gave my office to Sam so she had somewhere to stay. Because I'm a nice guy like that.
Yes, he is.
And no, we are not a fucking couple. Who was it? It's so nice of your hubby to do that. Where was that?
The lady in Utah. Because we were talking about the things
Oh!
we've gone to go see.
Because I took her to show... I showed everybody in Utah we have the municipal gardens is decorated for Christmas. It's lit up like you wouldn't fucking believe. All of these cool animatronic little houses. It's Christmas Village. It's a great place for Christmas. And so I took her over there. And the chick there at the hotel, it's nice of your hubby to take you to see these things.
I know.
We're not a goddamn couple.
I just laughed and walked away.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm out here soon too. Yeah, I'm done that. I didn't want to be out till 3 hours. Yeah, I'm out here. Let's see. Boo, TikTok. Everybody's on TikTok, and I don't.
I spend too much of my fucking time on TikTok.
I would rather, if I was going to do something like that, I would do shorts on YouTube. Mm-hmm. But I don't remember to do shorts anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. I'm not going to do TikTok. Diane says you look beautiful. Hi, Sam from KDC.
Hi, KDC.
You are so beautiful. Like how? Why are you so... What?
She's asking why I'm so busy.
Oh, okay. Night all. I'm off. Good night, Nat.
Night, everybody. Glad I got to stop in and say hi.
Yeah, I'm really excited for next year. Publishing some shit.
I'm
All
excited
right.
to get a real book.
Yeah. So am I. We're calling it a night. If anybody has any questions, comments, and concerns, let's see if I can go through my whole spiel. I've been liquored up.
Good luck.
This is like 12 ounces of Fireball,
Oh, fuck.
right?
That's a lot.
So she says. She lied.
How fat that is behind you. Not me, that.
That's my clocadelic. Michael, you are beautiful too. Don't lie. Lied the. I know your last name, but I don't want to say it because
Yeah.
I don't put people out like that. But I had a good saying to go with that. Like Diana. Not as much as Sam though. I'm sorry that I'm such a troll.
Good night,
Just think-
everybody.
In a month, I'm gonna be a Greek god. That was for you, KDC. Because of his comment about me flexing last time. Anyway. If anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, you can always hit me up on social media, on Twitter and Facebook. Scrolling across the bottom of the video. I don't know if my Instagram is on it, but it's writer.sanctuary. You can also hit me up on the WriterSanctuary.com's website at the contact form, or use the contact form on michaelbrockbank.com. All of this stuff is in the description, or links are in the description down below. I beeped. Why am I connecting?
I don't fucking know what the hell.
What are you doing? What are you starting? I'm not doing a workout.
What the hell? Why'd your watch start tripping?
Wow, my watch is like, you're going for a workout, bitch.
Right? What the fuck?
No, I'm not.
It just literally started tripping out.
Okay. I don't even remember where I was.
You were
My
saying
contact
that.
form was on Writer Sanctuary, Michael Brockbank. First published book of 2021. It's what? 2022. More books to come. Yeah, Michael. Yes, I am, Neo. We got this. We got it. We're in it to win it. And I will share with you every step of the way to help you guys try to figure out how to get your own shit published. So I'm going to the gym tomorrow morning. I was debating on it. It depends on how my liquor settles. A Freelancer's Tale is out now on Amazon. Thank you very much, Neo. I need to hire Neo and Chris. A Freelancer's Tale is available right now. It's my book. It's on ebook and
Paperback. On Amazon.
On
All
Amazon.
All you have to do is get on Amazon and search Michael Brockbank and it pops up.
Or click on the link in the description down below. I added it.
Yay.
And actually it takes you to my author page on Amazon. That's pretty cool. Going to my favorite barber too. She always takes her time when cutting my hair. I'm telling you. That's how I got my short hair. You were here when I told that story, right?
Yep.
I'm talking about KDC.
KDC
Was he?
yeah.
Yeah. Where she's like, people take you seriously if your hair is short. And when a hot chick has her boobie in your face, you're agreed to anything. So I'm like, yep, shave it off. Kept my hair short ever since. Anywho, I'm out. People, thank you for watching. I had an awesome time. The podcast part was a little bit narrow. Really wasn't. I did go over quite a bit, though. And if you are interested in self-publishing, I do have a series of videos on the channel. You should be able to go to the channel and look for playlists, and it's under the KDP self-publishing playlist. And I'll be adding more to that. I'm going to be doing one tomorrow on the uploading process. And the one after that is the creator software. That is, it's not bad. It's just limiting. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Buy my book.